morning, sir. So we are the members of Group 1. So, a short story. 3 years ago, huh? Okay, my name is Salahuddin. I am the CEO of our brand.
My name is Emmanuel Ayelabola and I am the CTO.
My name is Jacob Hussein Gaidi. I am the CFO of our brand.
My name is Zikrullah Yakub. I am the CIO.
My name is Goswell Awa. I am the marketing director. My name is Saka Abdurrahman. I'm the quality assurance.
Yeah, a short story. 3 years ago, I was admitted into UNILAG, the University of Lagos, and I was in the University of Lagos. 10% of students are granted the way to get a house, which is an hostel. The remaining 90% will have to find their way. So I was searching for houses where I can get house. So I got into an agent, and the agent took me to 5 different houses, collecting 10,000 for the 5 different houses, which is for the inspection fee. 10,000, that's 50,000 without even getting the house. Overall, all the houses that they showed me, I was not able to get any of it. So I have to go back to my house that I was living before and getting into bike every morning, waking up early to get to school. And I spend a lot on transport. So that is where Pop Connect comes in. So Pop Connect is at the Africa's most trusted digital real estate ecosystem. Here, what we do is that we are the middleman between the landlord and the tenant. What we do is that when you need a house, our app, you will just get in there, search for a house in your location, and you get it with our own of 10% getting from the landlord. We are getting 10%. That is the way we make our money from the landlord. Okay. So for what I first said, for my story, you can see that we have a broken market already in getting a house. So the exploitative fees, the severe rent burden, and the rampant fraud. So everything makes the market broken. That is what Pop Connect wants to solve. Please, the next slide. So the market validation, as you can see, these are metrics as seen on the screen. I'll just go to the agent fees and rentals. The official standard is 10% of annual rent, and the actual market reality is 50% to 100% plus market common. What we do, we follow the official standards, which is 10%. So when you want to get a house, you get it our app, get in touch with the landlord, and check the house. You will inspect the house even before reaching there. Put those quality videos and setting every day, including the parlor, the bathroom, and all those stuff. Next slide, sir. Yeah, the Pop Connect solution. I've already told you that our solution, we saw the market is broken, and we brought a solution, which is a direct connection from the landlord to the tenant. There are some landlords that even their family members, for instance, I'm in abroad and I have a younger brother, he just helped me mismanage my property by even collecting as an agent, collect 100% of the actual rent from the people. Like for instance, there was something that happened. A guy came from abroad and was like, why don't you pay the payment? It's just 500K yearly. And they were like, Baba, it's 2 million that this guy is collecting from us. So that is the solution that we want to solve. The absorbing core agent functions. So most of our solutions are here already. So this is how we do it. But the first one is the main solution. Is the next slide, sir. The transaction workflow. This is where from the tenant making transaction, whenever the tenant makes transaction for trust, we hold the money before it gets to the landlord. So the tenant, whenever you get a house and you use the house, you live there for 5 days. Before 5 days, if you give us the feedback that this place is good, we release the money. But if you don't give us feedback within 5 days, we know that the house, you are okay with it, and we release it to the landlord and get our commission. So the next one, sir. And is based on agreement from both parties. is already in our conditions. So the platform ecosystem, he will elaborate more about this because he's our technical director. The run load portal and the tenant portal will explain more about it. Please, the next slide. Yeah, the trust engine. So every brand, every business must have a trust, which is what people will be able to like do well about the company. The absolute transaction security. We partners with the government also, like NIMC, that you have to like partner with the payment so that, like for instance, you partner with either MoneyPoint to get payments for them to like see that we are transparent and trustworthy. And also for landlords. Okay, let me wrap it up with this. There was a particular thing that Mrs. Precious told us when we got into the camp. She said she was searching for houses. So she searched for when she got an 8-bedroom flat. If she has used our app will have showed her that you can get this and with nothing more. You already have an agreement on it and we just start. That's just it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Group 1. What's the name of your company? Prop Connect. Thank you very much, Prop Connect. Do we have any questions for them?
I will just say that for every product, you solve a problem.
For every product, you solve a problem, and whenever you are solving a problem, innovation, if you want to innovate, you need to know why they are doing it like that currently. So why do you think the agent was charging you 10,000? Why? You think he was exploiting you? Right? I will say no. Don't forget, how will you get to the property? Come and show you. He left his own house, no time. Someone needs to pay him for that.
Apart from the inspection fees, the actual amount of rent will be increased without the consent of the landlord.
That's a rare condition. And I'll give you an example. Even when I was doing my MBA, when I was looking for a house in England, the process was the same. The only difference was that they don't charge me to pay for inspection. And I asked them, they said the landlord gave them money first, go and look for tenants, and we'll give them money again when property is later. So do you get it? So you won't say they don't see it as a although property market is broken, that's a fact, you're right. But one thing you need to understand is for every rent, there's actually a demand for it. Every rent price, there's a demand for it. I can give you an example. Lagos State government said they charge almost 70 billion, something billion from the fees for approval last year. Someone's going to pay for that. You get what I'm saying? So what I think you can modify this to is those agents, they are stakeholders. You need to understand, instead of that paying that 10K, maybe your users pay a flat fee, like a subscription for number of inspectors. For those agents, you can't do, they have their own place in the ecosystem. You can't eliminate them.
Yes, and we have that implemented in the app.
Okay.
We have the
where you subscribe, you go and meet multiple agents.
Yes,
So, okay, yes, so, but agents that you're not paying the agent 10,000. Agents are aware that it will take you to 5 places, and that money is in escrow. So when I come back, this money is released to the agent. But I can also say for being an agent on the platform, if you've done X, so there are creative ways you can do it, but they are a stakeholder. You can't just push them away.
And so can we show you the demo so you can...
Hi, how you guys doing? First off, great presentation. I think you projected a lot of confidence, and I was quite impressed. How old are you? 17. 21. I was quite impressed with a lot of the things that you guys put together, right? And considering that it was 30 days, so please put your hands together for yourselves. So I'm going to start by saying, have you heard of the term SWOT before? SWOT, SWOT. How many of you have heard about it before? Okay. Do you know what it means? Okay. So it means your strength, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. A lot of the things you've shown here is what you believe to be your strength, and part of what is your opportunity. What he is talking about are your threats. Like he said, there's a reason why things are fragmented. And one of the things I always advise founders to do is, it is better you identify your threats early on, even before you identify your strength, and deal with it. Because if you do not deal with it, you will lose trust. And like you presented, trust is a very important thing. And the moment you lose that trust, you spend more money trying to gain it back. If you are lucky, you will gain it back. Because you're dealing with payment, you're dealing with trust. Another threat for you would be, you've done some sort of valuation around the number of units, but you didn't look at technical know-how. How do you train the landlords on your platform, right? Do you get what I mean? If you do that, that's great. But those are things that you also need to identify. Your strengths, your weakness, your opportunities, and your threats, right? Then the final thing I want to say is, when you're doing a pitch like this, don't spend too much time, especially because you have 5 minutes, almost like an elevator pitch. I'm a potential investor. I'm not necessarily interested too much in the idea. The idea is good. I'm also interested in how I make money from the idea. So don't spend too much time talking about the idea. Talk about it briefly. Also talk about how you make money and how you ensure that you don't spend too much money, because it's my money. Do you understand? And that's how you basically get good money and you get market fit in no time. Do you understand? But your sweat is very, very important. Very important. Alright?
All right, thank you, Prop Connect. You can leave now. Thank you. All right, group 2, you have 5 minutes. Who's speaking?
Have 5 minutes.
Good day, judges.
The time starts now.
Good day, judges. My name is Sal Festus. I am the CEO for Shabef, the parent company to VirtualLog. What is VirtualLog? VirtualLog is an AI-driven EHR and diagnostic system for individualized livestock care. So the problem that we aim to solve, next slide please. So the main problem we're trying to solve is attrition rate in herd of animals, particularly cattle. So by global statistics last year, we saw that 40% of animals died to diseases because of undetected diseases from early symptoms that were only detected later after they have spread to other animals on the farm, which leads to a loss in revenue in the general farm system. So the solution, we present to you VirtualLog. It is a personalized digital log that keeps track of the health of individual animals. Because it is individualized, it is AI trained and machine learning based. So it keeps track of each individual animal rather than just taking a quick scope at the head in the whole. So you can notice even easy symptoms like gait. Gait is like one of the earliest symptoms shown in trypanosomiasis, because that's the change in posture of how animal walks. This is not an observable symptom by farmers on their own. So through the use of trained systems like cameras that are embedded in the confined space of the farming, you can easily notice, the cameras easily notice symptoms that were not picked up by the farmers. So I hand over to my CTO that will talk about the technical aspects of this product.
My name is Samuel Olamide and I'm the CTO of Shabef, pitching VirtualLog. So how do we build this thing and what do we build? So we build a business like this. So we build a sensor which runs on RFID and BLE. So RFID is sense of radio frequency identification, which means it transfers data over 100 meters. it works with frequency, which means you don't have to physically be with the digital twin, which is the application on the tablet. You don't have to physically be with it right in front of you before you can get your data, your logs. It transfers logs through frequency, which means even a barrier, frequency transfers in through almost any barrier. And the BLE part, which is a Bluetooth low energy, which means most of these farms, they don't have access to internet. Most of these farms are situated in rural areas. You don't have access to internet, so you don't have to worry about transferring logs from the sensor, which will be tagged to the ear of the cow, to your application. So it runs on Bluetooth low energy, which means you don't need internet. You need Bluetooth low energy, and this Bluetooth low energy can last for up to 2 to 3 years, which means maintenance is very, very easy. It runs on IP68, which means it's water and dust resistance. So most of these farms, they are the water, rains, and the like. So it is water and dust resistance. And the last thing there, it is awareness check. So please, next slide. So it runs on CCTV, which the CCTV is not like visual looking at it. It detects motions, as our CEO have said. It detects motion, which means you don't have to just be looking at the cows. You have like thousands of cows. It's not just, you are not just looking at each cow. You can easily detect. So it runs on motions and the like. So I'll hand it back to our CFO.
Now let's talk about the financial aspect. I am Abdullah Israel, the CEO of Shabef. Now let's think about this. Every investor who invested in a particular business considered two major things. Number one, the sustainability and the business profitability. So we at Shabef, we are here to offer you both. And as of now, we've been able to create a wonderful business model that actually helps to create more value for livestock farmers and to also help us generate recurring revenue. And also, our revenue stream is actually subscription based, which simply means that every livestock farmer would actually be paying a reasonable amount of subscription on every of their livestock that is actually present on the virtual platform, because definitely it's going to give them access to health records. It's going to bring out AI-powered diagnostics and to also show them every health issues in real time. Now the question here is this: can they pay for it? Definitely, because money actually gravitates to where true value is, because it's definitely going to help them identify possible risk that would actually happen and affect them on the long run in a short while. So once they've been able to detect it on time, they'll be able to bring in every form of preventive measures to mitigate every form of expansion of the risk. So now, Ma, please, next slide. So today, we are currently seeking for 150 million as funding. So basically, for the next 18 months, we're going to be making use of that amount of money for the product development, for the necessary form of infrastructures, and the next
Time is up.
Thank you very much. I'll stop here for questions.
Idea, business, and how you can make it like so that was better. All those technology.
Just tell us how you can make money.
I like what you're doing.
I know the value of it. Early in life, I tried poultry business, for example. So, the number one risk of that business is the first 6 weeks. That place is based on destiny and luck. But if the technology can solve that kind of problem, there are a lot of people that will buy it. But because all those bears die, they can't really control it. They will tell you to do this, to do this, but they will still do. But if you can have a very smart approach to that problem, you can show you your money. I'll go back to that business, for example. You get it? So I think this is good for me. Although we don't really have. So the 7.2 billion, like I said earlier, is it in dollars or
150 million.
no, that's, I mean, the total addressable market. That's the market size, like I said earlier. Is it dollars? That globally, yes, in dollars. So it's good you want to build for everybody. And something called market adaptation. What I'll pay now, for example, now what WhatsApp is selling for me now 100, they're selling £3 in the UK. So that's very good. I think it's a very fantastic product, but we can't really get the whole product. But I can see a value in this. Can I show you? I personally can see a value in it. Maybe you understand, but I don't have 150 million to give you, but I can see a value in it and I can work with it.
Thank you very much, sir. Hi, how you doing? I'm doing fine, sir. Again, fantastic idea. You guys have done really well. And you guys were quite confident with the way you presented your ideas. But I'll say this. I'm going to, let me ask, do you want an answer or do you want me to be honest? I want you to be honest. Okay. I'll tell you that your idea is brilliant. Did you do any competitive research while you were doing it? Because there's an existing AI company that does this. Are you aware?
So when we made our research about the other companies that went into this also, their research was mostly based on Western animals. They don't share this, most of the animals share different symptoms in different areas.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to. So I work with a company called, I'm going to tell you a story. Have you heard of a company called STARS before? I'll share briefly. STARS. They like to call out themselves the Bloomberg of Africa. Now, at STARS, we built a product called STARS Data, right? Now, STARS Data was brilliant. What it basically did is it helped companies to refine data and make informed decisions. Companies, investors, and all of that. Now, when we built it, we didn't get traction. There was no market fit. And the reason was because, in fact, we didn't understand the reason why. Then we started to do some research. Now, what we discovered after speaking to over 100 different people, we discovered that we built it for the wrong market. That's number one. We discovered that we built it for the wrong target audience. That's number two. We were building it for individuals, even though we were some businesses. Now, eventually, we had to shelve the product because we had invested a lot of money in it. Now, 3 years down the line, the product came back now. That product is making the most money for them now. However, their target audience is not Nigeria, which is where I'm going to. I'll tell you this, the idea is brilliant. I can promise you that, I'm being honest, there's a high possibility that you won't get market fit in Nigeria right now. Exactly. There is a high possibility. I know that, like you said, it's global, right? So maybe what you want to do is, if you're looking to target young, subsistence livestock farmers, explore large scale. It's very, very important. Whereas you won't get market fit. That's number one. Number two is, you didn't talk about the cost of your product. The cost of making a unit. As an investor, I would like to know. How much does it cost for me to put a unit of the technology? It's called unit economics. What is the cost of producing one against the revenue? You didn't talk about that. You're asking me to give you 150 million, you're projecting 7.something billion. I need to know those numbers, right? So, you're young, and these are the kind of information that you're privileged to have access to and will help you down the road. But it's very important. Investor will ask you. Because if you tell an investor that, after we did our math, our unit economics is we're spending 100,000 to make one. What are you making? We're making maybe, the moment you use maybe, I'm shaking my head, or maybe you're making 105,000. I can tell you it's probably not enough. Because you have to factor in marketing, you have to factor in advertising, all of those things, right? They're very important, especially from the financial standpoint. So two things. Number one, research the market that you're looking to invest in, right? Because that will also determine how much you're going to get. Number two is, what is your unit economics of it? And number three is, we didn't talk about the risk. The risk in terms of, what is the risk to your business, right? What is the risk to the animals themselves? I'm not going to put something on my animal that there is a potential that 5 years, 6 years down the line is going to cause it cancer. You lose. So those are things that you do at the research phase, right? Yes. I hope I'm not bombarding you with too much. Okay. But those are the things that I've identified. Aside that brilliant product, if you have a lot of grit, I always tell people that it's not about the idea, it's about the execution. And the moment you can execute it well, I will continue to invest, because I'm not investing in your idea, I'm investing in you as a person. All right?
Thank you very much, sir.
All right, so he has quite a number of points that I was going to mention, but I was also going to ask, did you consider beyond just cattle, right? Because, for example, we have other animals in Nigeria that farmers would usually, rear in larger volumes, right? And there's sort of like an organized or semi-organized market for that, right? Again, market segmentation, right? So it's important that you consider that. So instead of cattle, how many Hausa people do you want to get? Exactly, chickens, grass cutters, rabbits, turkeys, things like that, right? In addition to what he said about the figures in terms of finances, right? You also want to be able to give your investor an idea as to, okay, so this is how much it will cost us to implement technology generally, and this is how long it will take us to break even following, whether this revenue generation model, right? So you need to bring up all those into the picture. And lastly, I was going to say that the business beyond, so I would say that you're looking at just the last mile, right, which is just the farmers. But have you also considered very proficient vet services that would want to render, solutions to whatever? So you want to look at all that holistically. But again, it's a very fantastic idea. Right.
Thank you, sir. Sorry, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Group 2, you can head outside now.
Thank you, sir.
Group 3. Group 3. Who is speaking for the group?
The time starts now.
Good day, everyone. All protocol duly present. I'm Bello Mohammed Akrede, and here with me is my co-colleague. Imagine in a Monday morning, you feel sick, and you know you have to see the doctor. But this means leaving your office, staying in traffic, waiting in hospital, queuing for long hours for just consultation that might just last for 10 minutes. Now, for most people, healthcare isn't accessible just because hospitals don't exist. It is because there is not enough time. People in the different sectors, they have a busy schedule, and balancing a hectic life might actually make them shift their health appointments. Workers delay treatments, students postpone consultation, and business owners ignore symptoms. Now, this is a problem that HealthRise wants to solve. Now, HealthRise is not based on giving any link between patients and doctors. What HealthRise is trying to do is trying to save time and making healthcare accessible through making it digital and instant, through that you can get it at your fingertips in your home convenience time. So with this, we are not just only creating healthcare accessible, we are also driving at the SDG 3, which is good health and well-being, and simultaneously SDG 13, which is equality for all. That is, regardless of your background, regardless of your work status, regardless of your busy day, you have equal health care. My group member is coming from.
Thank you very much. Next slide. So at HealthRise is a digital health platform that actually connects patients with qualified healthcare professionals. So we do this via video consultations, voice calls, and chats. Now, not just virtual consultations, we also monitor patient health parameters, we record health records of patients, and we also give prescription notification. Next slide, please. Now, the central dogma of our operation, of our product, is trying to condense, is trying to simplify access to healthcare because we want to save time, we want to prevent disruption of schedules for our clients. So we operate using these three central dogma. We want to be simple, we want to be fast, we want to be convenient. So our product condenses access to healthcare using just these 7 steps, as illustrated in this slide. Next slide, please. So people might ask, are you just like every other telemedicine application? Is it what they have been giving us that you are also providing? No. Aside from virtual consultation, we are taking the holistic approach to actually treating patients and giving them access to qualified healthcare services. So we are not replacing traditional hospitals or medicine. We are only making it more efficient, as illustrated in this slide. My colleague is going to be giving more details on our product details.
The business model we have for HealthRise is simply we will charge those customers a flat rate of 1,000 naira per consultation. So after that, after those customers have gotten like a prescription from the doctors, they will need to buy drugs. So we also partner with pharmacy and charge them a flat rate of 15 to 20% on commissions on those drugs the customers are buying. Then after that, you will notice from here, our gross margin will not be 50%. That's on the high side. So from this, health care is evolving, and convenience is not luxury. It is expected. HealthRise will simply make accessing healthcare easy as opening your phone. Thank you.
For yourselves. All right, great idea, but I have quite a number of questions. You do realize that telemedicine is not exactly a new thing in Nigeria, right? Okay, so you said you're charging 1,000 naira as your flat rate. First off, the question is, are you looking to build an app, or do you want to operate this as a PWA, a progressive web app? Which? Do you realize how much Google Play Store and Apple Store will charge you to be able to host your app on those platforms?
Okay, excuse me, sir. So he's our CEO and this is our Chief Technical Officer. So yes, sir. Yes.
But I want to understand, and HK is more so if Nigeria was working, healthcare is accessible. You get it? And I don't think anybody that's having a care will say hospital is too far from them. Because the pain is not yet enough, that's why it's far. That's what I'm saying. So for me, this is not a product. I don't think you should go ahead with it. Because if you have a critical emergency, a working system, you get an ambulance in less than 3 minutes. You get it? If I mean helicopter ambulance, so that's my own. That's what healthcare accessible. I don't think there's a gap there. I don't think there's a gap going to solve. Okay. Or you can maybe change this to be like a platform where you sell drugs. So this kind of a pharmacy. But even drugs are based on prescription. It's not scalable. Nobody will sell drugs for you abroad. Nobody. Have to come to the doctor. They will not even tell you. They will just tell you go to this pharmacy and collect it. That's what I'm saying. So that's my own opinion.
Yes, sir.
So, healthcare, right? There is a bit of a gap, but you have not identified the gap. You are looking at the mass market. I will give you an idea. For example, have you considered geriatry, care for the old? Now, it's a different thing if you are looking in that direction with healthcare. Have you considered, there are other, that's just, I won't give you more ideas, but I think that first off, you haven't exactly done your research well enough to be able to say this is the pain points we want. People can easily, I don't even need to go to a hospital. There's someone else around the corner. There's somebody here. So I think you guys can still, there's a lot to put apart here. If you want to look at your presentation, but I still think that your target market is not clearly defined, and I don't think that anybody wants to put money into something that is looking very, very shady from the beginning.
Hi, how you guys doing?
Very fine.
Don't let your confidence drop now. Life's not hard like that. So, can you turn around? Can you see my name there? And I'm sure you can see my role. So what that means is, whatever I tell you about healthcare, believe it. Now, I'll tell you this, and I'm going to be honest. Healthcare is accessible. Quality healthcare is not accessible. There's a difference. Do you understand? Healthcare is accessible. Quality healthcare is not accessible. Now, what that means is that you could go to a pharmacy, like they've said, you go to a nearby hospital. But then because quality healthcare is not accessible, the mortality rate in the country is high. People die random. I'm sure you've heard stories. It's because quality healthcare is not accessible. Now, do you have a product? Your idea is good. Because for me, I always tell people that it's not about the idea, it's about the execution. I've said it today. And 10 people, in fact, I can promise you that a lot of people that are doing AI today, they're doing the same thing. But you know what people are investing in? You know what? They're investing in the person, not the idea. What I'm trying to communicate to you is, if, like they said, if you do your research well, right, and you offer quality healthcare to a very small percentage of people, not everybody, because again, you didn't define your target audience. You didn't define your revenue. The number that you put on the screen, you said cloud and a doctor. So now charity work now, what they do? I go give you money, you will talk cloud and doctor. I go make my money back. So the numbers that you put there, it's not realistic. So I always tell people that if you're going to launch a product, don't start with the masses. Start with the wealthy. I am sorry, I believe strongly in that. If you start with the masses, you will fail. Because they will give you more problems than the money they are giving to you. It's a simple fact. Unless you are doing charity work, right? So start with the big people. And if you're going to start with the people with your product, I'm talking about your target audience now, you have to come correct. Because they already have access to doctors. Their drivers can take them to their hospital. But if you're telling them, I can bring this doctor to you simply on your phone, right? And another point you also want to introduce is ability for them to basically move medical records. That's a big problem, right? Because I'm giving you areas that need serious solution. Ability to move medical records across hospitals. That's one of the reasons that people die. You go to a hospital, they don't know your existing conditions, you don't know the conditions of your family, you don't know if you've been sick before, and then they give you a drug and then the person dies. If you can promise them that, okay, we can also do that for you, they will subscribe, right? But then, again, is there a market? Yes, but you need to refine it. Is healthcare accessible? Yes, but if you're going to do quality healthcare, because you're dealing with trust here, you will deliver, and you make serious money. You may not be able to make the billions that other hospitals might make, because hospitals attend to different kinds of people. But if you streamline it, focus, and you give very quality product,
Yes, sir.
you will deliver. And again, I don't think there's any difference between what you're doing and what telemedicine does. It's the same thing. You know, as much as you say it's not like every other telemedicine. Mechanic. Beg. It is telemedicine, right? But you need to streamline it, especially where your target audience is concerned. You're not doing very well. When you do that, you sell. Alright? But that market, it is very important too.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Group 3.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
Group 4. Group 4. Are you ready? Who is speaking for the group? All right. The rest of you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Afolami Daniel, and this is my group.
Go to slideshow.
Sorry, this now is like, sorry. Yeah. No, I sent one to him of recent. But before the slide comes up, we are group Clean on Chain, and we are group Clean on Chain. KLI, yeah, okay, on chain. Okay, yeah, and we're here to present to you our product, which is called Econex. I'm a Lagosian, and one of the popular phrases that has begun to gain popularity in Nigeria today, especially in Lagos, is the fact that Lagos is smelling. And we saw evidence of that when we were coming to the camp on Monday. And my friend coming from the east also, this is the first time coming to Lagos. And one of the things he kept mentioning to me was the fact that, that statement is actually true. Why? Because he actually saw some piles of dirt around without any attention, just flying around, and heaps of dirt around. And we look at this and felt like, okay, there should be a solution to this. And what we came up with was Econex. Econex is a platform where we believe that people or Nigerians obviously can use in order to make them active environmental sanitation advocates. Because one of the things we notice is that people know they ought to clean their environment, obviously, but people are not seeing that motivation for them to clean. They only, gather their waste on a Monday, then wait for this glorious Saturday for the savior of the dead to come, and which are the Loma. And obviously, Lagos State only allows for maybe Thursday or Saturdays for the church to come. So what solution are we bringing? We are bringing a decentralized, verifiable, and rewarding system for people to clean their environment and make themselves advocates of sustainable development and a sustainable environment. So one, we are building an on-chain cleanup log, which is a GPS tracker for communities, units of houses, persons who are willing to make their house clean. And how do we do this? You take a picture of your environment that has already been made clean, your dirt gathered, and you snap it for us, and we are going to verify if it has been done or not. And we have an auto reward via smart contract. One of the things we have noticed is the fact that people need reward for their action. We have a lot of people actively engaged in cleanup, but they go unnoticeable. And last year, a report said that Nigeria produced about 40 million tons of waste, and only 20% are formally recorded or formally accounted for, which means that 70% goes unnoticed, even by the government. So we are bringing this reward system for people not to just clean up, but to clean up in expectation of the fact that they are receiving reward for their effort. And we have the physical collection centers and clean Naira swap portal. So my partner will be coming to explain the feature of our product and how. Okay. Divine, please come forward. Okay. Okay. Okay, sir. Please. Okay, come forward. Thank you very much.
Good evening. So one of the ways we'll be making money, because we are targeting 3 audiences. So one of the ways we'll be making money, because we are targeting 3 major audiences, but in the slide we have 2 right now. So first of all, the governments will be earning data set, because when they collect and we upload to the blockchain, what is being uploaded to the blockchain is timestamp, wallet address, so that you can verify the payments made. However, we're collecting data about the environments where the debts were being brought out from. And that way, we can sell the data sets to the government as a means of providing plans for urban planning. Also, they can stake the clean token because our app is planning to launch a token. You can stake the clean token for yield, and also they'll get higher rank in the United Nations Development Plan as a carbon-free state. And then private investors are allowed to buy equity in our company, whereby they earn a percentage for each time sales are being made. And then they can also buy our data sets too, just in case you want to build in an area whereby it is not easily accessible. But with our collection drugs, we get into these areas and then we ask the people information about the area and we look around by ourselves. You can come and buy those things from us. And also, if you partner with us, and because we plan on doing cleanup campaigns, when you partner with us on our cleanup campaigns, your logo is being boldly displayed. PR, you know that good PR brings good markets. So
You live in Lagos.
no.
My family is going. So you know what the issue is? Government is not giving you trust.
So
So how do you intend to tackle the current PSP's collection structure that the government has in place? Knowing fully well that it is less about efficiency, but the more that we don't it is less about efficiency currently and more of a reward system for key people. I'm not going to get like
that. Among many things that we actually plan on having a center or a stop where after cleaning people can come. And because one thing we notice for the stop center is the fact that people kind of wait from Monday to Thursday or Saturday, and they actually depend on this truck people to come. And from there, we have droplets around that, maybe a dirty nylon that a child can just put in his or mouth, and people just move on from that. They just feel like, oh, and when the normal comes, they give them the payment of it. And one thing we plan on doing is to have a dashboard that would display. Okay, sir. Yes.
Do you know how much land costs in Lagos? How much
one thing, we can't do this without partnership, obviously. And Loma is one of those people that we believe we are going to partner with. And one thing that we believe is the fact that allowing people to have or gather their debts, we are having a rating card whereby maybe for a month, we've seen that, okay, your debts, you take a picture of the debt and it has been verifiable for the month. Now, we are going to rate you at least maybe 4 or 5, and we know that people pay for throwing their debts to Loma. And we know that they give them like monthly payments or subscription that they normally pay. For my house now, I pay like 20,000 naira a month for my unit alone. Exactly, that is the reason why I came up with this, or why we came up with this. Because having a 4 point on your dashboard would actually give us the leverage of maybe collaborating with Loma and saying, okay, this person has 4 points. Let's slash it by 20% or 30% for his or her payment to you every month. And instead of paying 20,000, they'll be paying maybe 15 or 16,000 naira.
The government is going to lose now.
Yes.
The next of government
For me, it's very difficult.
We are going to cover up on those prices because we are going to partner with recycling companies that would buy those trash.
Okay, stop. So I have this funny belief that if people are asking questions about your idea, it's because they are interested. So put your hands together for yourself. At least there's something there. And I was just speaking to them before you started that I was thinking about this because the Commissioner for Environment have been very active on X lately. They want to choke down man. And I was thinking about it that what if, before you presented, when I was coming here, what if there was a reward system for people? So in a way they have trash. So from the onset, the idea is brilliant. I'll give you that. You can clap for yourselves again. But there are a lot of things, open-ended paths, based on what you're saying. For instance, one question I have is, who is going to give the money that you'll be paying to people? That's what number one question. Who will give you the money? No, you don't have to answer it now, right?
Before we launch, we plan to get grants and investments.
Okay, so basically, grants and investments.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
There are a number of ways when we recycle the product, both recyclably and non-recyclable. We plan to integrate organic waste too.
Basically, it's a long-term work. So that is one thing you also need to think about. For the grant part, it can work. But if you're looking for an investor, at the initial stage, I promise, not even promise, that will sound pessimistic. At the initial stage, you may not see investment. Because you're telling me that I have to do recycling before I get my, you're talking about recycling, right? You're telling me that I have to do recycling before I get my money back. It's a risk. That's number two. Number three question that I have is partnership with government. Government is not going to partner with you if it's before it works. So you have to spend your money first. And then there's a lot of fragmentation in that area. Like, it's a hurdle. It's a serious hurdle, right? Because, like Yoruba will say, how many people are Yoruba here? Okay, let me speak English. You are trying to collect food from someone's mouth, and they will fight back. Now, remember that a lot of the ideas we've done initially was about private investment and private people. But in this case, you are going into a different territory. Exactly. And there's a particular platform that did before, Visionscape. He failed because there were a lot of people to fight. So you need to really think about, my recommendation to you is, perhaps you shouldn't start with Lagos. It doesn't mean that you're running away from your problem. It just means that you're basically testing it in a smaller market to get a market before you can. Because there is a simple rule, it's called domino theory. What it means is that if you have four neighbors, one neighbor buys it, there's a high chance that the other three will buy into it. So perhaps you don't start with Lagos. I know that you say Lagos is dead. Someone else will tell you Lagos is clean. But perhaps you should not start with Lagos. Perhaps you should explore another state, right? That will be very accommodating, that you won't have a lot of issues. Because issue go there for Lagos. So those are my 2 cents. But the fact that we're talking about me is a brilliant idea, and I think you guys should develop it. All right.
All right, thank you, Clean on Chain. You can get outside now. Next group, please. Group 5. Group 5. All right, your time starts. Can we have the slide ready, please? This is your time starts now.
Good evening, sirs and ma'am. My name is Olusola Indaramola, and I'm the CEO of Read and Rise Educational Hub. I'm the CEO of Read and Rise Educational Hub. Read to Rise Educational Hub. The purpose of this app is to tackle the reading culture in Africa and not just Nigeria. We noticed from the data we even got from, please next slide, the data we got from yesterday, this is data as at yesterday night. As at 2004, the average focus on the screen was 2.5 minutes. As at 2004, that was when there was no smartphone. But as at yesterday night, an average person focuses on the screen at 47 seconds, and there's a 69% collapse. This is 9%. You might just think 2.5 minutes to 47 seconds. What is this seconds? But if you carry this same data to a financial market and you find out that you're actually having a 69% fall, you actually know there's a problem somewhere. So please stay on the. So the 47 seconds is just trying to tell you that an average person or an average student in this context moves from app to app within 44 seconds. They're on WhatsApp this 44 seconds. The next time they are on Instagram, they are on TikTok, they are just scrolling through, and before you know, this 47 seconds that was saying turns to 2 hours, turns to 3 hours. And this report is actually taking effect. We can actually look at this JAM and WAEC data that we got, and it's peaked at 2016 at 34%. That means 34% of the candidates scored 200 plus, and as of 2025, 29% scored 200 plus. And we're just looking at the 29% that are okay, 34 to 29%. As at last year, 78.5% of 1.95 million candidates. How this can make money? Okay, yeah. Yes. Okay. Regarding, I also want to pick something from the JAM thing that I said. They said 78.5% of 1.9 million people failed JAM, which is they did not get up to 200. In university programs, if you don't get up to 50, that means if you get a 49, that is, for some schools, it is an that means it is a carryover, which could lead to an extra year. So we actually don't know the damage because we are just looking at it as a field. But if it was in a university program, they've actually gotten a carryover. And just imagine 78.5% of in a particular department gets a carryover. So that's how it is bad. And the purpose of this is to just get 20%, 20 minutes of their time per day. So what we only ask is that just give us 20%, 20 minutes. Our CTO, my chief technical officer will talk about.
Good evening. I'm Oladijo Isamo, and I'm the CTO of Read to Rise. So the way we are going to make money is through our subscription plan, which is 500 per week. Because we noticed that our average student don't read. We don't read anymore. Students don't read anymore, and so we say, okay, because of this, we are going to make this free for everyone. And we're integrating an SMS and a USSD, so people from anywhere in the world can use the app. So we are planning on a 500 naira per week subscription plan. So what they are subscribing to, because our app has the features whereby they can communicate with other students from other continents, from other countries, where they can learn, compete, and collaborate together. We are also having an integrated AI feature which can help students to read when they get stuck in their reading. They can ask the AI chatbot to teach them whatever they get stuck in. We also have a library which is for university students, because some university students need library and they need what you call handouts. And our library have handouts which they can use and then go through it. And also we're also giving them this free trial, that after these 5 days they have to pay the 500 rand per week. And this is something that we notice that a teenager or a university student can afford in this.
Okay, sorry, apologies for everything. So the problem is that we want to actually make students to read more. Students lack focus by scrolling through social media again. Like some people wake up in the morning and then thinking that, okay, this is what I want to be doing. They don't have a routine, they don't have a specified basic plan for that day. But then they have to, through this
time up. The time is up. So we almost our time. I can just explain to you. It's not easy. It's not easy actually. But truth of the matter is, if you have to use an app to make you read, you're not ready to read. But I don't think you can solve the problem of people not wanting to read.
Just to aid the reading.
They said, no, I don't think so. That's me. And then another thing I noticed is, so I can't really see the problem. So some people are passing, are failing rather. I think people are passing. That's me. I think people are passing down a little bit. Something. What was going that 20 years ago? You get so. I just think people lack focus on what they want to do with their life. That's what me. But in all of this, I think because at least for you to do together to do something like it's amazing. I don't even know how
So, reading is not a problem as such, right? The question is, for me, first thing is, how do you intend to aggregate the content that would actually engage people? Because this is going to be heavily content-based, one. Two, why would I pay you to, because I see there's a distraction lockout. Why would I pay you 500 naira out of my pocket money every what? Week for you to lock me out? Okay, my phone.
Right. Let me answer both of these questions. The app, they didn't mention, but the app has a feature, like in reading, we have different techniques of reading. There's a reading technique we call Pomodoro technique, where you have to, sorry if I didn't pronounce it well, but I can read it too. That technique, it allows you to like keep focus on a task or whatever you want to achieve for a certain period of time, like not switching or not multitasking, just want to focus solely on this. So that is what we applied in the app. Then for those features that you see that why are we paying to just lock? No, we are not just locking the app. Even that Pomodoro technique that we apply to it is under the free trial.
No, you didn't get the question. My question was, why would I pay you to lock me out of my phone? That's the other social apps that you claim are taking my attention, right? Why would I pay you to lock me out of my phone?
Sorry.
You don't need to apologize, that's fine.
What the app is going to do is not meant to like make people that fail pass or people that pass fail. What it's just trying to do is improve you. Just improve you. Even if you are passing, you cannot know more than you know. Yes, it's just like, for instance, now let's say that you need to learn on a topic, or you are entering a research, you are entering a new field now. You need to, you are entering, you want to learn about masters in doctor or medicine, whatever. You can go to the app, it teaches you. It's not only that it teaches you, before you even enter the app, it has like a machine learning that will understand who you are, because it will give you your own module for each different person. It doesn't just speak like any AI. It like speaks to you like a mentor. Tells you this and this and this and this. The library that you were talking about is where teachers can come in, drop slides. Not teachers of their school, like people that already know what they are doing. Those drop slides there, it's like an open source, if you know what I'm saying. Where people from different places from around the world. This does not exist anywhere.
So your idea has potentials, right? But I think that you haven't structured how you want to enter the markets really well, right?
Okay.
Why would I just, first off, you are trying to say you want to help students, right?
Yes.
So whatever content you are putting up there must align with curriculums that they currently are working with in their schools, right? That is one. Two, where do you intend to generate those content from? Because again, everybody has wisened up now to know that nobody's giving out free content for. And if you're telling me now that, for example, you want to target a certain set of people where you're providing the content to them, whether in a gamified form or in local languages or in ways that are currently non-existent, right, to sort of keep their attention. If you're listening to something in Yoruba, for example, as a Yoruba person, my brain automatically wants to focus to listen to what it is that is being said there, right, as opposed to English. That's just an example.
There are languages there too. There are different languages, offer different languages.
Hi guys, how are we doing? Put your hands together for yourselves. Sorry, I do that to keep you guys calm because I feel like there's a lot of tension in the room. So starting off, there's a product that was built by the guys at MIT. Are you guys aware of it?
Bye.
Do you know what MIT is? There's a product they built. Now what this product does is they realized that first off, great research, put your hands together for yourself, especially on the attention span part. Now, they've discovered that a lot of people spend more time on social media, and that has reduced their attention span. So, they built a product like social media, but the difference is it allows you to learn.
That's also part of.
Calm down. If you had done your research, you would have said it, wouldn't you? And when I asked that, did you know about it in MIT? You didn't say anything. I think your product is leaning towards that direction, right? Now, what this product does, again, is it teaches you the way you use social media. It's pretty brilliant, actually. It studies you, understands you, make recommendations to you. Now, that's one part. So if you can basically build something around that, that's good. Another product you should also explore is Simplified IQ. I'm asking you to explore it because I design and build. What it does is it takes information from your lecturers, tutors, Simplified IQ, puts it together, AI generates simplified versions based on your reading psychology. So your teacher, instead of putting presentation, because not everybody will study with presentation, your teacher puts all of that together, the AI present to you in the best way you read, in the best way you study, either audio, either visual, either by reading. Right? And the idea of distraction lockout on top of my money, you know they work, sorry, it does not work. So fundamentally, your idea is brilliant, right? Your research also backs it up, right? Maybe some way it will help people study, maybe some way it will help people pass the exam. But you need to go and do your research, because I think where your real loophole is, because your loophole is not necessarily in the fact that it's a subscription based, is how you basically present it to people. Again, it's not by the idea, it's by the execution. So you need to go and do some research. What currently exists? And I promise you, there's no new idea. There's just innovation. The idea you are thinking, someone has done it. And I give the example, MIT. I give the example, Simplified IQ. Go and study these platforms. Maybe you might be the next $1 billion. You might, in fact, I'm pretty sure people told the guys that did it because of this language platform, Duolingo, that they couldn't do anything. But I was listening to a TED talk from the guy, and he said he studied a lot of people, and it was basically helping people understand that what you thought was right wasn't right. People thought Americans studied the most, it's Japanese that studied the most, right? And that's because they did their research, right? There is no product that will succeed without research. Go and do your research, and you might be the next $1 billion unicorn. I see you at the top, right? A round of applause for yourselves, please.
Thank you. All right, group 6. Group 6.
Sorry, host, one more thing. I've realized that when they come, you are not doing justice on their presentation. So maybe someone who understands the presentation better should sit down, so when they are speaking, they fast forward to where they need to be, right? Yeah, exactly, member of your team. Thank you.
Who's speaking for the group?
Are you guys shy?
Are you ready?
The time starts now.
Hi, good evening, sirs. Good evening, ma. My name is Jolly Akeju. Hi, I'm a representative of Group 6, and I am here to pitch. We are all here to pitch our product, which is a solution to one of the most growing industries in Nigeria, named truck transit. So, in my slide here, please. In my slide here, I have a conversation. Here is a conversation between Hade and his agent. Yeah, so the agent is telling him, he's telling his agent to check again, sending his agent different calls, and now his agent is sending him a feedback. Please, my next slide. Also, from what the report Ade is getting from his agent now, here is a platform where Ade uses to check out the current status of his vehicle which he has ordered. Now, it's in a different vessel. The name of the vessel is Amsterdam. All of a sudden, Ade is seeing that his vessel, his vehicle is another vehicle named Liberty Peace, and Ade is confused. Here is what led us to the problem, which is, please, my next slide, which is that buying a car is internationally is exciting, but here is where the problem comes in. The anxiety between the moment which the car comes from the country which you have bought it from down to our Nigeria here locally. So the whole stress of checking through what's the current status, And also, this information is currently
and they can now have access to verified agents,
which would help in clearing our vehicle. Moving on, please. So this is how our platform works. Once you just input your VIN number, you can track your journey. You can connect with verified agents and also receive your vehicle. Here, my next member, please. Continue from.
Good everyone. Okay, so basically the problem we are trying to solve is the transparency in shipping a vehicle. Okay, so why is this not in Nigeria? Yes, cargos too. Okay. Okay, yes, now, for tracking. This is how we make money here. First, we are giving live tracking, which is not done in most cases. Now, we already have shipping companies that do this, shipping lines like Salon and Gomardi. But the thing is, yes, they show you, yes. As long, yes, sir. As long every vehicle has a unique identification number, which is the VIN. Yes, so as long. Yes, that's what we have at the first night. So we showed you that it's in RCC Amsterdam. Yeah, we should be. That's the vessel. And it was yeah. Yes, sir. Yes. Yeah. No, you get notifications. Yes. Yes, sir.
All right, good day, everybody. Thank you very much. I'm answering your question from now. Very beautiful question, sir. How do you know where the ship is coming from? How do you track the ship? How do you know where it is? Now, there's something called AIS. It belongs to every ship. Now, every ship doesn't give access to track every ship according to where it is. And if we put our vehicle, or your vehicle, buying a Lamborghini, for example, put that vehicle on the ship, now give us access to not just track the car, also track the ship. Now, you can see, my ship, my Lamborghini, that final one, is arriving here, and there. So before my birthday, it's coming before my birthday, so I'm very, very happy. It gives you assurance, it gives you trust. They're going to trust us. When you're seeing that, okay, it's like that, Terminal Bridge, VI, it's at Italy now. Alright, very simple. Next slide. Alright, thank you very much. So, agent marketplace commission. So, we make money through our agents. So, we give access to free agents that we've trusted, not free agents, even that to our organization, we verify them that they are good, they're certified, and we give them license. So, this agent pay fees to us from any money they make. For example, they make 100,000 from this goods that I'm getting from. We give them 5%, that's 25,000. So, we give them. Sorry, yes, the agent clearance fee from Becky will make 5% of everything they do, because most times the agent is the one that goes out there to sort out for people. We're just the intermediaries, so we're getting 5% from every single journey that we make. So, for example, the journey is a billion contract. Let's say all the beautiful people here are now something that is like the cars, $1 per each. Go on, sir.
It's easier for asking questions in between.
Alright.
I'm an agent.
Alright, sir.
I report 1 billion naira.
Yes, sir.
What that means is that whoever I'm importing 1 billion naira car for,
yes, sir,
has trusted me with 100 million or 200 million.
Yes, sir.
Why would I want to come on your platform to collect 5%?
That's the thing. You can't get access to that kind of thing if you're not working under us. Nobody just
you didn't listen to my question. Yes.
Mr. Lim, can I answer your question?
No, you didn't answer my question. Let me ask you my question.
All right.
I am an agent.
Yes.
Now they import my Lamborghini.
Definitely.
1 billion now. The price what we put now. Now, if you ask me to import a 1 billion Lamborghini.
Yes, sir.
For you to tell me to import 1 billion, if you came to referral, or even if you've imported maybe my wife's car or something, you would have trusted me with 100 million, 200 million, 500 million naira car. There is a relationship.
Yes.
Unless you are the one importing it and you're asking me to monitor it. In other words, if your company is the one importing it and you're asking me to monitor it. But if a client, I'm importing it on behalf of a client, you build trust. For you to ask me to give 1 billion naira, I'm telling you the way it works.
All right.
If you build trust for 1 billion, that means the person knows that I will deliver.
Yeah.
So why would I want to come to your platform and use your tracking for 1.5%?
Yes, but you don't understanding the way I'm presenting. All right.
They are already in existence. Do you realize that?
Yes, but what makes our program stand out is the fact many other people actually in touch, right? Many other tracking services are tracking this, tracking that. But sometimes it fails to get the exact moment. Like the slide we gave at the beginning, we can see that the exact place that the car was supposed to land. Let's say that New York City. Now,
that's not true because the AIS would actually come. It's like Flight Radar, right? You know Flight Radar, right? Exactly. You can even access it free, right? So wherever the ship is per time, there is maritime. Vessel tracker? There is maritime radar. There are all of the services currently existing that will show you in real time where your ships are.
So, let me be a bit more practical. I'm warning you. You see that man there? Can you see? He is my car dealer. So I want to bring in a 1 billion naira car. Now in go run am. I'm refreshing my question to be more practical. Because in don't do 100 million naira car before. In don't do 200 million naira car. We have a relationship. I know in house, I know in wife, I know in picking. No, not through you. We never reach you. Hold on. We never reach you. We have a relationship outside of your platform. Maybe that's where the confusion is. Now, I want to ask him to import 1 billion naira car. I don't need a tracker to ask him to import 1 billion because it has a relationship. If you carry my money, I will carry in wife. I will carry in picking. Because I know you. So why would Omoni want to sacrifice 5% of his profits to you for a tracker that he doesn't need to get my 1 billion naira cars in Nigeria?
For example now, an agent might not need the tracker. What about the buyer? So I promised my daughter that, okay, your birthday is December 19. I will ship a car for you. She sees the car in auction and she goes for it. So why I need a tracker is that before I can make her that promise, I need an estimated time in which my car will be here.
You did hear me say that he can do that for me. Yeah. We have a relationship. If you tell me, NNC, your car would land in 2 weeks, that's exactly the same thing your product is telling me. I'm stress testing your product here. It's not like your product is not good. I'm just stress testing it so that you can think about it well. All right.
Thank you, sir. So now, you trust Mr. Ade
Amoni.
Okay, Mr. Amoni, so you trust Mr. Amoni because you have a direct relationship with him, right? What about buyers in other places, especially those maybe places like Port Harcourt that, or maybe closed places, landlocked places like maybe the north now, and they are trying to import cars, and you don't have access to someone like Mr. Amoni. So how are you going to get the cars?
So I get your point. Yes, the message I'm trying to communicate to you is, if you're looking to attract all agents,
yes, sir,
right? Yeah, you need to reconsider your service fee.
Yeah.
Because if an agent is doing 1 billion, 5% of 1 billion is a lot of money. It's a fantastic
and also, sir, what we are trying to do is mainly, we are trying to sell transparency, and we are trying to ease money. Please go to the first. Yes.
Ask yourself, I'm sure research you should have done is ask yourself, how many people that imported cars through agents have complained that number one, their cars got lost, number two, they imported wrong cars for them, number three, they scammed them. When you have that data, you can defend it. Yes, without that data, you can't defend it.
Actually, like some people that have done that.
Some people is not data.
It's going to the first.
But again, to cut long story short, you have a really brilliant product, right? And I think your product builds trust, right? But then I think that the part that you need to basically articulate well is number one, around your commission, right? Because if you want to attract, if you want to make money, you're not going to be dealing with people that import 10 million naira, 20 million naira cars, because you have staff, you have infrastructure, and you have technology. Those are running costs. Your big money will come from people that are importing big cars. And the only reason why they will come on your platform is if your percentage is low. If it's not low, someone can just come under you, give them a low percentage, the same product, because you can't patent the idea, and the person will basically steal your market share. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Your big money will come from people. 5% of 1 billion is what? 50 million, if I'm not wrong. 50 million naira, just like that. It's a good product, but you need to be realistic with the market. Yes, the energy is there. You can, the product is nice, you sell it, but consider the percentage and also consider the dynamics of it. Yes.
Yeah, and also why we have this live tracking again is this. This one has been checked again, and this is something that is a repetitive task, and you have to continuously check. I'm sure Mr. Money is familiar with that. Checking, and also this prevents you from paying rent, which is due knowledge. So this man needs to get his money on time. So when he knows that this vehicle is closed, he just pays so that he doesn't have to like, run into issues like increased damage whereby he's not able to pay damage or even pay clearing fees. So that is the benefits and experience.
Alright, thank you so much. Really brilliant.
Alright, thank you. Group 7. Group 7. Very quickly, please.
Okay, we are connecting local traders with farmers. Once again, I'm David Ikuchendu, and the name of my team is Our Market. We realize that 40 to 60% of farm produce in Africa, especially particularly Nigeria, are usually spoiled. They do not get to the final users. And agriculture is one of the largest industries in Nigeria. With millions of farmers, they still struggle. Why millions of farmers still struggle to access profitable markets? Most of our farmers are local, meaning that they don't have access or they don't know how to use these technologies effectively to get their targeted customers. So due to that need, they end up having goods that they harvested being wasted, and at the end of the day, do not get to the final consumer. So our next slide, please. So we are creating a solution. We are bringing a digital marketplace that connects verified farmers with local traders in order for them to be able to trade. This is an agricultural commerce platform. This our solution encompasses 3 things. First of all, a marketplace where buyers and sellers can come to trade. Then we are featuring an AI system that is going to enable farmers that are local to be able to listen and understand the platform in their own native language, while also being able to estimate the price of the goods based on other prices and then the current demand in the market. Finally, real-time communication between the client and the farmers. Next slide, please. So what are we building? We are building a web app, first of all, that is going to be able to help the farmers list all the farm produce on the web page, where the buyers can now compare, see the ones they want, chat, negotiate, and purchase everything. So,
okay, so thank you. My name is Ibrahim. So we'll talk about how our market is competitive. Okay. Okay, so our target audience are smallholders and small commercial farmers, also those that trade and wholesalers, and those that process food. Okay, so how we plan to make money is from our escrow So 2 transaction fees. So those that use the product, the farmers and the vendors. So we are going to be a middleman between them. So money don't actually just gets to the farmers directly because we have to verify. That's one of the key aspect of our product. Yeah, so also we are going to be partnering with.
So can you stay on your what's it called, revenue model? Yes, this one, business model. Yes. So what is the logistics commission?
Okay, so we are partnering with. Okay, so we are partnering with, aside the transaction fees are the fees generated. We are going to be the middleman between the farmers and the vendors. So money don't just get directly to the farmers. It still goes through some verifications. So the logistics. So when the goods are confirmed to have gotten to the vendor, so we send the money to the farmer and remove our commission from it.
Okay.
So for the logistics, we are going to partner also with some logistics company for those that have their goods to be transported far away. So yes, sir.
Okay, so
no, the logistics company are actually going to.
Can you guys? So can you guys come together?
I was going to ask this. Have you guys sort of researched about the reason why nobody has jumped into this particular field? Because it's actually expensive to. No, that's not the answer. And I will tell you this. There's yams are grown in Nasarawa, for example, right? You have huge farms of yam in Nasarawa. You have people in Lagos who want to buy yams, right? There's such a thing as associations, right? Do you know about that? And at designated points through the journey, they are mandated to pay certain taxes that are off the record. Did you do research about all that?
We are not of the taxes.
Okay, so 3, do you realize that currently anywhere in Nigeria, you can't just say that you are a new supplier of whether it's onions, tomatoes, or whatever it is. You can't just say you are and then bring it to the market. Nobody will buy it from you. Do you realize that?
So, go and look for the buyers, the farmers, then go to the market and look for current wholesalers and tell them you are going to bring for them cheaper to buy from.
Okay, so can I say that first off, you guys should put your hands together for yourself, please. And I think the reason why is because of all of the ideas we've seen today, I think the idea is the most practical. Because you're basically dealing with current realities. But the things that I'd like you to really pay attention to is, number one is, you and I both know that the bulk of food comes from the north. And Nigeria and north, you know what they offer that side, insecurity. And that is a threat to your logistics. If you can deal with that, right, and you get your farmers to give quality products, your only headache will be trust. Build trust. And when you build enough trust, start small with the smaller stores, and since you're also doing the marketplace, you can get a lot of feedback from individuals that buy. But start small with the stores. Right. There's a platform that does it. I'm trying to remember their name. They sponsored Moonshot. Do you know Moonshot? The conference. Moonshot.
Yes,
that conference. They sponsored Moonshot last year. They do supply chain. That's what they do. And they're very big at it. You explore them. I remember the name before I go.
Farm
Kini.
Farm and trade.
Farm and trade. There's no farm in their name. I'm trying to remember their name. They have investors. In fact, there is a particular of investors that they basically put money in that kind of thing, right? And you also get money from African Development Bank. So the idea is very practical. He's a banker. He's already saying you might invest, right? Because he can see you making money, which is a good thing. But if you can deal with the problem of insecurity, you can deal with the problem of refrigeration, especially for perishable goods. And you can deal with the problem of access in terms of distributors and logistics. You are good. All right. Anything else?
Thank you very much. We can set ourselves. Group 8. Group 8. Who's speaking for the group? Who's going to handle the slide? Who's going to handle the slide? Are you ready?
The time starts now.
Good evening, judges. Good evening, judges. So, yesterday, I and my team were yesterday working on a journey. Okay, my name is Usman Musa Blessing. And yesterday, I and my team were yesterday working on a journey. And we would love you to decide if this journey you've taken with us is truly worth it. So, I finished secondary school last year. And when I finished, the place I'm from, the place where I stay, the place where I live, I realized that, okay, for me to actually be someone and for me to be relevant in life or in my career and in sphere of influence, I have to not think the way others are thinking. And then I chose a mentor, Aliko Dangote to be precise. And I looked forward to this person. Okay, what is this person doing and everything? And I held to him and as my core value and everything. But also as much as I was trying to put myself, grind myself to do certain things that will provide results for me later in the future, I realized that not everyone is doing that around me. And it felt draining because I was isolated. I was growing, yes, I did something, but I was isolated. So, I then realized, though also have that story concerning this this app, we realized that many people are also going through the same problem, growing, starting, establishing, but never actually connecting. So now, this is the problem. We live in the most connected generation in history, yet many still struggle to find communities that truly understand their interests, ambitions, and goals. So these social platforms are built around popularity. That is, social media today ask, what's happening? But at Madness, we're asking, when are you becoming? So what we want to do is to connect people in their building phase across the world. Now, thank you for that. That's a very good question. We've worked out a model. So our app is not just connecting people, but also it's serving as a social platform. So if I am an agricultural science, if I am an agricultural economics studying here in Nigeria, I also get to connect with people. I get to post videos of my journey concerning this thing or my lifestyle. Other people that are also studying agricultural economics around the world and get to see our videos. Ads. No. The problem, we're not competing with TikTok. The problem is not that TikTok is in there. We're not competing with them. The problem is driving the information to the right people. LinkedIn is restricted, strictly to job. This is not perfection.
Let me ask you a simple question. Very simple question.
Yes, sir.
And you don't have to rush to answer it.
Okay.
Why should I use your product?
Yes, sir.
What makes it different from the other platforms out there?
Okay, thank you so much, sir. So, when you sign in as a user, you create a platform. You have to choose between two personalities, a career and an interest. You can choose anyone if you want. So under the career, you get to choose among courses. If you're a student, you can choose medicine or whatever. Medicine and other courses. And interest also, things that get you excited. But maybe really don't need you to be educated to understand them, like music and others.
You just explained LinkedIn right now.
Same?
You just explained LinkedIn right now.
LinkedIn, no, LinkedIn is for professionals. So you just like the idea behind LinkedIn is for job creation.
Okay. Yes.
Let me tell you a story. There's a community I belong to on Instagram where they basically talk about design. I'm a designer. They basically talk about design and how design is shaping the world. That is my purpose, that is my community, that is my interest, that is my job. All summed into one on Instagram. Again, why should I use your product over the other platform?
So the answer to your question is other platforms. When you first open like an account on other platforms, they are just going to bring you different lot of information. So sometimes you can actually make you like drift away from your
During lockdown, there was this app. Is it House Party or something? House Party. Those guys, people invested in that company less than 3 or 4 months. Everything was down. It's Zoom too. House Party. Different things. So places and all. So what I'll tell you is not. I don't see why I should go and create account. But I can't say business yet.
Our platform is for specific goals, for specific like business specific, like interest based fits your
Instagram is doing that.
No, Instagram is not doing that. Instagram is when you have like searched for a lot of things, like searching for music on Instagram. It will continue bringing you music related content.
Can I tell you this? Again, I always say it's not about the idea, it's about the execution. Instagram, X, LinkedIn, TikTok, to be honest, they do the same thing. But they still make money and they still fry. So I don't want you to start basically trying to justify that your idea is different. Because the truth is it's not. That's why I insist you to get out of your mind. It's not. Huh? Okay. Now that we've established that, what can make you sell your idea is how you basically deliver it, the experience of it. And that is what you need to go and think about. The experience of the idea, not the idea itself. Because again, there are no new ideas, it's innovation. How do you innovate on those platforms? If you want to do a niche idea, that's fine. You can say, okay, let's say where you say LinkedIn is more inclined towards career-driven people, that's absolutely fine. Instagram is people that do flamboyance. X is people that want to be talkative. TikTok is people that just want to scroll. Right? Subscribe, people that want to read and write. Same as Medium. But they want to do this, the same thing. Purpose-driven. So what do you think they're not purpose-driven? So find that niche for your idea and drive with it. That's it. But a round of applause for yourself.
Because we're pressed for time, can we
The interruption? Or what?
No, not the interruption. Feedback.
Okay,
So we can So,
alright, you can go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, business leaders, entrepreneurs. This is Agora. Agora, according to the logo, is inspired by BoyCode Africa. We have been here for over a week now, and we have been learning a lot of stuff. So, Agora is a particular platform that is created to ensure that young people have access to opportunity after they have been able to learn tech skills. Imagine someone learning a skills here for 6 months, and at the end of the day, they are not able to get something at the end of the day. So this Agora is a particular product that will be able to bridge the gap after learning things from the tech schools, we'll be able to get funding and also an opportunity from this platform. So how I want to make money is very simple. For every product, for every individual, we are going to be getting a percentage. For example, if Shedra comes into our platform and says, I want to apply for a job for a web designer, if the job is starting for $1,000, probably in the European country, so we charge him 10%. So our own percentage is 10 each. Yeah, exactly, sir. So, and then we charge on all users. So, exactly, sir. So, all you want to go about it is simple. We already have their data, and we're going to be reaching out to verified tech schools. BoyCode Africa 1, Total Tech schools, HITT, Janisa Design School Academy, and many more. These are these companies that we are very sure, and they have the choices of the data of their students. It's who we are reaching out to. We are not reaching out to people that probably they are just on the street. We are reaching out to verify the institution that knows them, and they know that they truly need these skills. And we don't just end up exhausting our time. And through that way, we are able to get our data, and we're also able to get our own profit alongside. So, simple, sir. So, another thing again is that we also create an additional platform that allows the ones that need to get the money to get tech tools to get it through our platform by having an instrumental plan. For example, someone has got a skills there. I'm still going to be using this for our case study. Someone has skills there. They don't have a laptop. They don't have a device to continue what they have learned. Imagine they just go back to the streets or probably go back to whatever they are doing before and say, okay, maybe if another opportunity comes, they'll still go back to having such things. So we are going to provide an instrument plan. Yes, sir.
Let's say, for example, now,
yes,
we are looking for programmers or we are looking for sales people in our office.
Yes, sir.
We can come and meet you, right?
Of course.
And you will now give us.
Definitely, sir.
It can work.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. No,
but the issue is, how? We are not collecting 10% of somebody's salary.
No, it's from the first sign up, like from each sign up for this skill.
So mean that I'm looking for a job, collect 10%.
It's actually a way for us to also make profit, and it's also easier for us to have access to the market.
And
no, that is after they have been able to get the job. They're not just actually collecting the money immediately. Okay. Okay, sir. Wait. Sorry, sir.
And that is from their panel NO. So yours is even one time and is reasonable. Now my question is, when there is a demand, can you meet that supply? For example, we are able to create 20 startups that need agency or personnel value of about 100,000 people in different variety of skills. How do you get qualified people to meet each of those needs to enhance your own reliability?
Alright, I'll just resort my words. I said I'm not going to be reaching out to strangers on the street, not even students in university. I'm reaching out to verified tech institutions.
How?
So, BoyCode Africa is an example, Total Tech is an example, HITT. Okay. By partnering with them, writing letters to them, and telling them what we are offering.
Who are you writing letters to?
We are going a particular company. So we are going to write letters to them and explain. So I think
you're not getting it wrong. You're not getting it correctly. Okay. The companies now need your people to work. Where do you get the people to work?
Okay.
If you exhaust everybody in BoyCode, you exhaust everybody in the other partners, where do you get the rest?
Alright, I'll allow my colleagues to speak.
The time is up. Thank you very much. Group 10. Group 10. Who is speaking for the group?
right, good evening, everyone. Good evening, sirs. Good evening, ma. Right, good evening, sirs. Good evening, ma. Thank you very much for this privilege and opportunity to share our ideas. So, we are Group 10, and one of the major issues that we are trying to solve is in the event hosting industry. Of recent, our host, Ms. Stella, shared with us a problem that BoyCode encountered while trying to organize this meeting. And what was that problem? They had booked a venue for this campaign, but suddenly the owners of the venue decided to cancel almost at the last minute. So that's one of the issues that are in the event hosting industry that we are trying to solve. And that was the reason why we came up with HostX. So our target market is the event hosting industries. So we yes, sir.
We'll give you the money.
Yes, sir.
Are you going to give the vendor?
No, we are running an escrow based.
So the vendor will have to get their own money for my event until
no.
No. So tell us the process.
All right. So for the aspect of the process, he would be handling the presentation.
Good afternoon. Good evening, rather. So the place is
Your name, sir?
My name is Anisi Prince. So the place is we are an all-in-one event managing platform. So what we do is that we help you source out for event space. By first of all, we send our agents to verify the venue and make sure that there are places that people love, people go out, people source out for. So those event space are private owned and some of them are public owned. So no.
Tell us the process.
The process is,
how does your product fit into it?
okay, what we'll do is that we will show you. Okay. Yes.
Let's even hear their process. Use your process for this event.
Okay. What we do now, you as an individual, you want to do this event. What we do is that we will show you that you select the location you want, everything you want, then we bring it out for you based on your preference. And what we do is that we already have a connection with these vendors. So what you just do is that just go there and just make use of the place. After you are done, then you release the payment to them already. So in that process, you also use photographers, you also make use of decorators and all of that. But so in that same process, we also give you photographers too from our own app.
So you are basically an integrated event delivery platform.
Yes, sir.
Basically, for his event, you offer him everything he needs.
Yes.
As long as it gives you goodie.
Yeah.
Good. How do you make money?
Yes, there's a 10% on every successful event.
So, for example, let's use all these vendors. 100% of that money does not belong to them. 100% does not belong to them. Sometimes you can see let's say a job that's 400,000. You'll be shocked that 350,000 they are willing to buy something. So you now pay me for 10% of 400,000. Now the person will not take 10%. It doesn't work like that.
What we do is that.
So sorry, are you saying that for your idea, right? I'm trying to answer his question. Are you trying to say that for your idea, your integration comes when you source the vendor and you also do the logistics and the costing for the vendor?
Yes.
No. I think what you're trying to say is that because they have vendor partners, these vendors will give them an estimation. And then, also what I mean is, are you saying you get an estimation before you give us costing?
Yes, so you select your preference and estimated cost of what you
event
want.
manager. You're an event manager.
Event management, only one event management.
Huh? So that's the thing, with an event manager, you don't need to see a vendor. No, yes. So, are you saying you will not disburse bond funds to the vendor?
No, for the vendors, it's official. So you got for the you mostly deal with the event itself. For example, you want to book a space. So the vendor is an extra we are giving to the customers that want to. So for the vendor,
you don't understand the question. Are you saying that your escrow, right? Is that an escrow?
Yeah, escrow.
Right?
It works for.
Are you saying your escrow means that you will not you will not release? Your escrow is towards the event now.
Yeah, it's towards the event.
You will not release the money to the vendors until after.
No, for the vendor, no, we release money to the vendor. Like the vendor is official, so like you will have the chance to speak with the vendor. Once you agree with the vendor, of course, I'll make all with the payment. But for the event itself, like we are trying to solve issues regarding more on the event.
So technically, I don't see how an escrow is valuable here. Because the idea of an escrow is, do you understand what an escrow does? It's meant to hold money between two parties until work is delivered. If you are an integrated platform where your vendors are the ones managing the event, it's not an escrow. Because technically, exactly. Aside that, if you're working with an escrow, what that basically means is that you are not going to pay anybody until my event is delivered. But how about the amenities that is required to deliver my event? Who's going to sponsor that?
So my name is Victor Okemuka.
Now my name is Victor. Welcome.
What do you mean by the ecosystem is that you estimate the cost of how we're going to run the management, then add charges fee, the vendors will add their charges fee. What's not going to pay them yet is the charges fee, but we give them money to run the organization, to run the event.
I see.
Then after running to run.
So basically you say,
how do you determine what's their cost of operation, the actual cost of operation versus what is supposed to be their profit?
How do you determine their markup? Their markup on the cost of it. No, he's saying that the escrow is not the cost, is the markup. Because let me explain the complication here, because we're trying to be practical. If I'm the business, you are the client. You say you want to run an event, I give you cost, and then I give you cost of 10 million. That's my budget. I don't care what the markup of the vendor is. You are the only person that knows what the markup of the vendor is. You are the only person that knows the money in the escrow. You're not going to give me the money back. I'm telling you the way Nigerian event system works. I give you 10 million. Now, the vendors all together say their cost is 7 million. Their markup altogether is 3 million. Let's say you're using 8 vendors. Their markup is 3 million. Again, I don't know what the markup is. I'm basically paying for the event. Are you following me? A vendor is not going to tell you this is their profit margin. No. Even if you decide that I should pay per vendor, you're not going to tell you this is their profit margin. Because the moment I know a vendor's profit margin, I know how much I should pay the vendor. Are you following me? So basically, no, please let them answer. It seems they want to speak. So it doesn't seem like we didn't hear them. The way event industry, not just Nigeria, works is a client gives lump sum. And then when they give the lump sum, they give it to the different vendors. Or they give it to an event manager, in this case your company. I don't care what the markup is. My own is deliver my event. So again, what is the value of the escrow?
Good evening, sir. I'm Andy Bayo. So according to what my teammate have said, as the events managing company that we are actually like partnering with the vendors. So on your own end, it is also like we are a risk-bearing organization. Because even if you get your vendors by yourself on a normal day for your event, you do not have 100% certainty that your vendor are going to deliver. But as the event management company that we are literally like helping you to bear that risk so that late cancellation does not come as what happened in BoyCode and your vendors do not disappoint. So the part of the vendors and we is like just like a partnering business. We're actually going to partner. We don't just employ any vendors. We partner with the vendors. Their agreements.
Are we going to see the vendors and you're going to partner with them? Will attend to my event? Will we see the vendors?
Yes, sir. You will see
them. We're going to see the vendors.
Yes, sir.
Are we going to see the amount that we give to each vendor? Are we going to see the amount we will give to each vendor? We will. Now, if you're going to see the amount you give, let's say I have 7 vendors for a 7 million naira event. Each vendor is asking for 1 million, right? Are you saying that you're going to owe the 1 million in escrow for each vendor?
Sir, what I mean is that basically, for example, you want to host a 50-year birthday party, but you just tell us like what you want. I want a buffet. I want like 20 plates of rice and stuff. So
I get that part. You're going to source the vendors.
Yes, I'm going to source the vendors, everything.
Now, I'm trying to understand where your escrow comes into play. That's the simple. If I can understand that, then you have a good product.
Thank you very much, sir. So in this aspect of the escrow payment and all of that, one of the things the value we are actually offering is majorly trustworthiness. Now, the issue we are trying to solve is the late cancellation, the fraudulent activities that happen.
Understood.
Yes. So in this case, the vendor signs up with what they are offering. Okay, this is the event, the owner of the event center, they sign up. This is the events this is the venue we have. It's a 10,000 seater capacity. These are the things that are required, and this is what we are. This is our amount.
So let me refine your product for you.
Okay.
What I think would work for your product is very simple. You find vendors that have experience in what I need them for. Someone that makes food, someone that decorates. You release 50% of the money to them, no more than 50%. Or the remaining 50% in escrow. If they do not deliver, then you can return 50%, but you take the risk of the 50% that you're giving to them and you're sourcing it with your vendor. That is the only way it works. Because if you're saying that you're going to owe the percentage markup, the vendor will take his money from the initial capital he has from you. Knowing fully well that he can forget the remaining percentage that is with you. So owe 50%, keep 50%. The only way you can also do that is ensure that you sort of know the market rate of things. Because if the vendor is asking for 4 million and you don't know the market rate and you're giving him 50%, if they know your system, they will claim your system. What if that 2 million is actually including their markup? Exactly. You have a procurement structure, have data on how things work in that market. So that by the time you are holding the 50% back as part of your escrow, the vendor knows that they need to deliver. But the big risk for you is for every vendor that doesn't deliver, you have to pay me my 50% and be struggling with your vendor. The idea is brilliant, but that's how it's going to work. Every other thing, if you're saying you're going to put the markup in escrow, will it work? Sorry.
Another thing that you can look at is you can sort of create like categories, right? So if there are vendors that have capacity to take on really large projects, right? So take for example, in the corporate world, there are contracts that you will get that you'll be required to float on your own, and then payment comes in guaranteed at a certain time, right? But there's a volume that you'll be required to supply, right? That will require them to float you whether 50% first and all of that. So you can sort of put them into categories, right? So if you're going to offer a service that the total value is less than 1 million naira, go and sort it yourself. At so and so date, you are going to get payments without any stories. But if it exceeds, say maybe 15 million naira, you get 50%, right, or 40%, and then the moment you deliver, the event is over and all of that, you then get payment. I feel like that's another way your escrow can work. So it's now left up to the vendors to say, I want to sign up with you or not, based on how well they see that you can provide them the opportunities that they are looking for, right? So if you guarantee them that, oh, you know what, every month you are going to get 10 projects to the tune of this amount, why not? They will come, right? So that's just.
Don't study how freelancer platforms work. Upwork, Fiverr, Contra, TopTap. You'll get a better understanding. They don't release money until the work is delivered. You have to basically cover the cost. But event management is different because there is a running cost. But yeah, brilliant idea.
All right, thank you very much, Group 10. Thank you very much, our panel of judges. I know it's been an intense, grueling session, but thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much, sir.
Please keep clapping, keep clapping. You guys are fun. I think the average age here is around maybe 17, give or take. You know what average is? Maybe I should give them math class. The average age is about 17, 18, give or take. And please put your hands together for yourself. I think you guys have done really well. A lot of your ideas are good. I'll tell you that. I was impressed with some of them. Some of the ideas, it seems some people stole it from my heart and presented it, and that's a good thing, right? But of course, not everybody is going to. You all are winners, but we have to pick the spectacular one out of 10 brilliant ideas, right? Alright, so our top three first, and then we'll call the winners. So when I call the top three, I'll need you guys to move back so that there's enough space for them. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So, starting in no particular order, please put your hands together for group 2. On this side, on this side, on this side. The next group I'm going to call is group 7. Put your hands together. Yes. And the final group, who am I smiling now? It's not that hard. I know some people are quite competitive here, but please. Well, it's not, it's just a lesson. It's a phase in life. Interestingly, and I'm not trying to basically discourage people here. There's a possibility that, well, let me put it this way, at my combinator, the people that get rejected sometimes build the most brilliant ideas. Yes. What that means is that it gives them the ginger to do more. The final group I'm calling is group 1. Listen. Before. Wow. Alright, brothers, please move back a bit. Thank you so much. Please put your hands together for yourself. Put your hands together for yourself. Thank you. Group 2, Group 7, and Group 1. Wow, this was a very difficult decision. A very difficult decision. But we have to pick one winner. So then you breathe. I beg, if I ask winner, chop dinner. Because somehow I don't chop dinner. Life is not that difficult. So our winner for this year, idea pitch. That's what they're calling it, right? Idea pitch. Please, gentlemen and ladies, give it up for group 2. So thank you everyone for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed this session. This was fun. I know I enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing you guys at the top doing tremendous things. I know because my friend there, she know the fail. She will show you plenty testimonies. And our team, they do not fail. And I've seen the work that they put together. We've all seen the work they put together. You guys have presented brilliant ideas. So please put your hands together for yourselves again. Thank you so much. And enjoy the rest of your evening. If in November, not 1 billion, 2 billion, you see me for the street, beat me. Beat me. If you don't beat me, I will drag your ear. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please let's put our hands together for our judges.
Hello. Are we active? Are we active? Let's get our chairs. Get your chairs and arrange them back very quickly. Chairs. Let me bring this slide on. Hello, what's the hold up? People cannot bring in the start, Sabi.
Pull up. Continue making noise. God will bless the person that will stain my trouser. God will bless you very well. Continue making noise, so please. I'm begging you.
Hello, I'm waiting for all of you. I'm giving you guys 3 seconds. 2, 1.
Wait, I don't think like now. I'm just person that's going to let it. I want to find out.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Did you have fun?
Yes, sir.
Did you have fun?
Yes, sir. Everybody inside now. Is everybody inside now? Yes, sir.
Listen up. There are some things that we've tried to teach you since you got here.
Yes, sir.
But there are some things that you started picking up on. But there are some things that you are still lacking. Group 10, where are your phones? Group 10, where are your phones? Did you or did you know yet I was taking the stack of phones from each group? Group 10, I need your stack of phones. As I was saying, there's some areas that you people are still lacking in. After 4 days, I would think that you guys would have started looking out for each other. I said, bring you the chairs. You people went and bring your chairs one. Would it not have made more sense if you moved the stack of chairs first? Answer me. Answer me.
Yes, sir.
Would it not have been faster? Eh?
Yes, sir. It would have.
Answer me.
Yes, sir. So what?
What did they teach you about? If you do the easy thing, your life will be what? If you do the easy thing, your life will be what?
Hard.
If you do the hard thing, your life will be what?
Easy.
Bootcamp is not over. There's still time to teach you. There's still time for you to redeem yourselves. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
As of now, I don't rate you people. Oh. I don't rate you people at all. I'm not looking forward to. Sorry. I'm not going to miss any of you as of right now. Like I want to go home. Those people are not making me happy.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
It's very easy to say sorry. Don't tell me sorry. Show me that you're learning. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Are ready for our final mentor of the evening?
Yes, sir.
Are ready for our final mentor of the evening?
Yes, sir.
Who are you? Who are you here? Let's welcome our final mentor. Let's put hands together for Mr. David.
Thank you. Where's the members of the team? The volunteers? Fix one or two things. I wanted to see all of them, including. If you can help me do that. I need for just 3 minutes, baby. Hello, guys.
Yes, sir.
When I was upstairs, I was hearing the yes, sir. I'm not hearing yes, sir again. No? Your voice is dropping. Hello, guys.
Yes, sir.
That sounds good. It's like, it looks like we're ready for war, right?
Yes, sir.
We have to go to war. It's very important that we go to war. And one of the major reasons why I'm here tonight is not, please, can you, before we go to, can you do something for me? Please, let them come. Precious, please let them come. Please, can you help me celebrate these amazing people? Let's celebrate these amazing people. Please celebrate them. Is that the best you can do? That's very nice. Look at the people there. Celebrate them for me. Thank you. Because I know that they are very busy at the back end trying to fix things for you.
Yes, sir.
But on behalf of a generation, on behalf of the future of our country, I do not take this very lightly at all. This is not a, how do I do that thing? This is not, it's not one of those shekarini. Do you understand Yoruba? Yes, sir. If you understand Yoruba, you understand it's not one of the cliches that people do. It is a sincere expression on behalf of a generation, not just myself, of a generation to thank you. To thank you. I just posted a video of 2023, I posted 2024, 5. And of course, this man has been here consistently, year in. Very importantly, please appreciate Precious Inaeko for me. You're an exceptional woman. No, I mean, you're fine. Maybe you fine. You get sense. To come get vision. No. But thank you. Thank you. On behalf of the generation, on behalf of these people, the ones that have come 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, and one of the greatest blessings I've received this year, I think I shared with you. I was at Invest Lagos 3.0, and were you the one that ran to me? No. And I saw a young man run to me and said, oh, from BoyCode. Now he's a volunteer with Lagos State. I mean, chaperoning international speakers and stuff. And I'm like, oh, from where? From that village, from wherever you are, look at where you are today. Because you decided to give them a platform. And all of you here are volunteering to make that happen. So we thank you. We thank you. See, even if all I say today and I go, I'm done. But I want to say thank you. So I brought something for you guys. I don't know everybody's name. I just wanted to, you can read it in the back. This is not your own, but it's you know. Are you also part of volunteers? Yes, the team. Who else? Please let me to give every member of the team. Let me to give to them. But thank you. This is just the concrete thing I could do, right? Just to say thank you guys for the amazing work that you did. Thank you. All right, so you can go back to your. Thank you. Slide. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay, guys. So, are we ready to go to war? Yeah. We have to. We have to. Being here tonight is one of the most inconvenient things I've done in a long time because I am stretched too thin. I just returned from the US, traveled to Abuja for a conference. I was there for 3 days. 3 days I was at the airport. They delayed my flight to come here today. And I got to the airport. I was tempted to say, Precious, you know what, I shall come next year. but I couldn't. Nothing could even make me breathe until I got here. I had to find a way to get here. You know Lagos now, how choked Lagos can be. It's one of the most inconvenient things I've done in the year 2026. And I'm doing all of that because of you. Because I realize that even if it is just for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, there is a need for us to talk as men. I understand that there are a lot of pressures on you. I understand that the community, the society, your parents demands a lot from you. I'm not talking to only the Nepo babies. I know, because there are a lot of Nepo babies now in this generation. I'm talking to people whose lifeline, whose community, whose future of their children, the future of their parents, their family, everything depends on their shoulder. That if you don't make it, things are just not going to go well for your family. And I'm not only saying that from a place of sympathy and empathy, from a place of pain and mourning with you and sympathizing with you. I'm saying that on behalf of a generation, because if you look around, you are not too young to understand that things are not going well in this country. You're not too young to understand that things are not going well on the continent of Africa. And that means that people that must fix it, that's why I say we must be ready to go to war. So are we ready to go to war? Yes, sir! And the war we are going to is not the war where we're going to fight. It's not the war where we're going to carry gun. It's not the war where we're going to go and place placard. It's the war where we are going to actually make sure that we birth tracker transit. Is that what it's called? Track transit. It's a place, it's a war where we're going to give birth to our markets. Where are our market people? I have special interest in you guys because of the work I do, right? I'm in the international trade space, and I understand what you guys are trying to build and what the bridge you guys are trying to build from market, from farmers and market. I understand that. But I'm saying all of that to say that, hey, look around you. If you look at the guy standing next to you, standing to your right and to your left, to your front, the person you just met here, and you are building a family with, you are building a relationship with, you are thinking of problems together, and you are going to do it together until when we leave here on Saturday. I think, am I correct? Yes. When we leave here on Saturday, and when you leave here on Saturday, that thing is going to transcend to becoming, you're going to have brotherhood. You're going to have friends. You're going to have business partners. You're going to have people that you can reason together, that you can build together. One thing that you must go home with, leaving this place, is to ensure that your life does not end here. That you disappoint the expectations of men and people over your life and your destiny. And that's why the next few minutes I'm going to be here, it's important that you pay attention. Are we okay? Yes, sir. So if I ask you to sit down, you will not doze. Yes, you will not doze off. Yes, sir. Yeah, let's sit down, right? Can we do that? Thank you, sir. Awesome. Very quickly. So when I was coming here, I had it in mind that, I have some money that I like to give out. Abi? Right? I looked at my wallet, I realized that I don't have as much dollars as I thought I would have. It's not so significant. And when you change it, it won't change anything. But at least this one can buy you lunch, right? So I think this is 10,000 naira if I'm correct. I didn't count it, but it should be like around 10,000 naira. Who would like to have this money? How many of you? Who? No answer up. No, I don't think I've seen it. That's it. No, now split it now. You have split. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Sure, you clap for them. I'm sure it's very. I'm sure you're not just seeing it. I'm sure maybe some of you just didn't know when to move or when not to move, but somebody took step and came out here. So I have a question for you, and I want everybody to answer me, or maybe 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5 persons. So there is a life you desire to have. Is that correct? Yes, sir. There is who you want to become. Yes, sir. Is that correct? Yes, sir. So who do you think? What does success look like to you? Whatever success looks like to you right now, whether to build a product that is used regionally or globally, or whether for you to be one of the richest teenagers, or maybe you want to displace Pella as the most popular streamer, or you want to be the AI guru that is solving whatever problem you're trying to solve, whatever it is that your future is worth to you, right? Who do you think owes you success? Who do you think is responsible for your success? Your parents? Why? The government? Who?
Myself.
Who?
Myself.
Who?
Myself.
Who?
Myself.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Now, I've observed for a few hours that I've been here, if you really believe that you owe yourself, whoever you become, because let me tell you the truth, all of us are going to become you will emerge at the end of your choices, at the other end of your decisions and choices, and whatever you do with now. Let me tell you, I don't see a people that are hungry enough for the change they desire. I don't see a people that are what?
Hungry enough.
Hungry enough. I think a lot of you, maybe because I watched all the processes, the screening, I saw all of it. I saw how some of you did interview and you were so excited and you were so happy and you felt like, yes, now I made it to BoyCode Africa. But if you ask yourself, true, have you really come here with so much hunger? And in the last 4 days, have you really been hungry enough to suck in every value that is coming out of here? You know, I saw a lot of people here today. I saw few persons in the videos that was posted on statuses and all of that. These are people that, if not for platforms like this, you may never have had the opportunity to interact with them. And one of the things that being here for you does is to model possibilities to you. Let me tell you, one of the greatest blessings you're going to take away from here is not just the software, the coding, the art skills that you're learning. One of the greatest blessings you're going to take away from here is that you have an opportunity to interact with people who have walked through your path and are on the other side of success. Even though we are still not there yet, we are still aspiring to get more. You know why? Because what that thing is doing to you is to help you write your own story and model possibilities to you of what is possible ahead. So that you can look at yourself and say, in the next 5 years, this is where I'm going to be. This is where I must be. And these are the sacrifices I must make to get there. You saw those panel, those judges that came. Some of you met with this guy. Is he Mide? What's his name? I can't remember his name again. One of the judges during the screening. Play with Mide. I can't remember. I want to remember his name. Tomide. Some of you met with him. You met with the CEO of Icon Microfinance Bank. You met with a lot of persons. In case you don't know, I'm the Vice President of World Trade Center Lagos. In case you don't know. As a matter of fact, I'm not even saying that you clap. I'm excited about it. I'm privileged to be. I'm young. And I'm proud to be. But what I'm saying is that it is not about accolades. It's not about offices. It's about modeling possibilities to you. To let you know that whatever it is that you desire, whatever it is you want to be, whatever change your story is going to mean to you is possible. And you cannot take this chance with levity. I kid you not. I wish I had opportunities to be in rooms like this when I was younger. I'll be far ahead of where I am today. Far ahead of where I am today. Because we had nobody to model possibility to us. We had no community where we could come to. The only places we were exploited, we were used, we were abused, we were misused. And yet, in the middle of the chaos and the madness, we emerged. So, if you are getting this privilege, dear leaders, my call to you is nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to change your story. The responsibility lies solely on your shoulders. The responsibility is on you. The call is on you. Whatever happens to you in the next 5 years, the next 10 years, is going to be solely about you and the choices you make today. And guess what? For you to know that you made the right choices, God brought you here. It means that you have started making the right choices. And God is bringing you into the company, or universe is bringing you into company of people that you can co-build, that you can co-grow, that you can learn from, where you can tap inspiration and channel a path for your future from here, from this place forward. I shared with them last year my own journey of ever touching a computer ever in my life. You'll be amazed. You are here. Yeah, I mean, you're having group coding, very interesting. You're in a very cozy environment. You're eating 2 or 3 times a day. You are jogging. I saw my nephew with you guys in the morning doing Donny Goddard's, right? He's my nephew, by the way. Yeah. So I saw him doing body build with you people. You people are having chill life. Kilon Jebe. Do you understand what I'm saying? We didn't have that luxury. The only community I joined when I was growing up, sir, was Boy Scouts. Y'all can never know Boy Scouts. You do? Okay. I mean, I did Boy Scouts, or I did Boy Scouts. Oh, okay. I did. I don't know how it is now. A place where, in quote, we were supposed to go learn discipline. Abi? Yes. That was the message for Boy Scout now. Let them learn discipline, right? Became a place where I had my very, very first sexual abuse. As a young boy, I was a 14-year-old man. I was going to become young boy who was seeking discipline, really. And guess what? Our scout Oga was taking advantage of us. Dipped us into mess. Me into mess. So the very first sexual exposure I had as in my life as a teenager was in a community I so-called joined so that I could build capacity. But I was used, abused, misused. And I don't know how it is now. Your parents will never believe you now, They'll tell you you're lying. It's a lie. You don't want to learn. You don't want to learn discipline. You don't want to be disciplined. Go back there. However, some people are making sacrifices. They are still making the sacrifices for all of you to come into a community where you're not used, but you can be built to become. So, what I want to tell you today, and I can get off your faces, is that it will be disappointing that after going through this immersive, beautiful experience at your ages, that you end up average. Somebody say, God forbid.
God forbid.
That can't be you. That can never be you. That must not be you. You do not have any excuses. That can never be you. You cannot be in a place like this, get opportunity and get exposed to capacities like this, get opportunity to interact with people like me, like PK, like every other person you have been interacting with, have this amazing house leader, who is a fantastic man, have Precious Enayeko in the room, have as many people, all these amazing talents and people who love you, who are caring for you, who are sacrificing for you, who are trying to show you what is possible and modeling possibility to you. You can never go through all of this and still end up average. You can't. And that's not going to come by wishes. That's not going to come by writing. That is going to come by... I don't know how you find sleep at night. Because I'm imagining myself in a space like this. I doubt I will be able to sleep at night. Why? Because this kind of, you're at home, they will tell you, Tonude, come and do this. Kinigan, come and do that. You are taken away from home, excluded and secluded in a place where you have the opportunity 1 week to model a future that you want to build. How many of you in the last 4 days, this is the first day, right?
Yes, sir.
How many of you in the last 4 days, apart from what you hear here, have sat down to map out what your next 5 months is going to look like? Would be nice to hear. Who wants to share with me? I'll be glad. Thank you. I want to hear you. What's your name? Philip. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, share.
So, yeah, I'm still small, but age is just a number. So, I'm very proud of my future. I've learned HTML, I've learned CSS. So, what would I use that for? I will start to create a social media account so I can put myself out there, you know. So not only that, I'm also editing so that multiple skills, put myself out there. Anything that is making me a leader tomorrow, someone that will change Nigeria, someone that will change the future, anything that will make me get there, I will do it. Thank you.
Awesome. Who else wants to share? Okay, tell me.
My name is Abdul. So in the next 5 months, I believe I will launch my startup. But this particular startup I've been planning to launch. I've been thinking about for over a month now. For over 3 months now. So with BoyCode, I believe I've gained some exposure on how to go about this, the basic steps, the financial steps, and everything. So I believe when I leave there, I have a good map already. That already set the whole country of the and I believe I will achieve that within the next 5 months or so. Thank you.
Next 5 months. Okay, awesome. Yes, go ahead.
So my plan initially was to like take after this BoyCode, my business, I have my own business.
What do you do?
Actually, we give free training to models or aspiring models 4 to 16. But no matter where you are from, just like BoyCode, but this one is modeling. That's fashion modeling, commercial modeling, and editorial modeling. So we have a show coming at 7. That's what I was going to focus on. But today, something happened about internship with discounts. If by the grace of God something comes out of it, that's my next step. But if nothing comes out of it, my focus is on my business. And from this BoyCode, I was able to like move some things that, you know what, first of all, if you ask me, what is the biggest selling point of BoyCode? If you ask me, I say value. They are selling value. And that's the same thing I'm also doing.
So over the next 5 months, what do you want to do?
Right now,
sorry, sit down. You can sit down. You see, all of you are telling me your aspirations, right? Okay, yeah, go ahead. Let me hear you.
Okay, sir. For the next 5 months, I'm going to be launching my business by next month. I'm going to focus on building a business. It's a clothing brand business. T-shirt.
Clothing.
Yeah, branded t-shirts. And also, I'm going to focus on putting my skills out there. Like I said, not just putting my skills, also becoming a designer like that. So it's not just being a brand designer, also adding illustrations to it in the sense that when someone goes to my portfolio, I can do so many things, not just doing one thing.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, my name is Raphael Winnipeg. Alright, next 5 months, I'll focus more on learning my tech skills, web development, focus more on getting more mentors for my initiative, and focus again on building the one idea that's been on my head for the past 3 months now. You get up guys with me around here. I hope we can do something like that.
Awesome. Let me come to this place. Okay, yeah, sure. The man on face cap. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, sir. First of all, we'd like to appreciate BoyCode for this being an amazing one. Really good for the opportunity. So the next 5 months, I will focus on the course we are here to study, because that's the essence value of it. Because after the specific training we are doing on, so I'll definitely focus on that here. And meanwhile, I have the show of posting on my video. That's been a very long thing for me. I've done a lot of great stuff, but I don't post. But with what I've heard here, that has changed my mind, has made me reposition myself to figure myself out there, more visibility. I've been able to unlearn and learn some particular things I know before. So I've been able to learn it better and better. Between all those speakers and different mentors were speaking before. It was totally different. It was premium. I was like, is this for free or I'm dreaming? Because it was so wow and amazing.
Awesome. So you know the craziest thing? It must not end in being wow. It must not end in being, you know, the sensation is beautiful. I kid you not. All of us, we get this sensation every time. You see the same way it happens when you go to Shiloh. You know, when you go for a church program and they pray for you. It's the same way when you cross into New Year and say, God, this year like this. Yes, now my year. And this is June. Just what I'm saying. It is, you see, all of you that spoke to me, none of you has a plan. Right? You have an idea of what you want to do. Right? If you see what the plan is, it means that you have written it down step by step. Who we are talking to next, what is happening here, what is happening after now, where are you signing up now? You have an idea of what you want to do. But plans is what I'm talking about. You know why? This time you have away from home, from the noise of whatever it is that you have around you, affords you the opportunity to launch yourself, to take a bet on yourself. Some of you that are spiritual, to pray some things out and to plan some things out. It's amazing where I am today. It is very amazing. But my mentor has said something to me when he visited me for, at the office. He was surprised. Very big man. Let me mention his name. He had just driven into my office and told them not to tell me how he was coming. And he showed up. And when he came into the office, he told me something. He said, he called me by my Yoruba name. He said, Opeyemi, I've always been sure that you're going somewhere, but I never knew it would come this quick. You know my response to him? Sir, I am not surprised. I am not surprised. I'm not. I'm not. You know why? Thanks to God, right? You know that God is a, if you look at me, you know that God is a major factor, fundamental factor. But you see this guy you see right here? I'm a dreamer. I'm a hard worker. You see what I mean? I'm a dreamer. I'm a hard worker. There is nothing in my background. Nothing in my background. Nothing in the way I grew up, how I grew up. Nothing prepared me for my current reality and the future ahead of me. Nothing. So it's not a function of the dysfunctionalities of your background or where you are coming from, how tough things are. It's going to be about the decisions you make now. So my question to you is that the next 2 days that you have here and the months after, what will your decisions be? Who would you become? Are you going back to those boys that teaching you how to shashe? Or how to be a picker? Or what community, what do you want to do? What would you be? What would you become? And don't forget, it's going to be 100% on you. It is 100% on what? See, I'll link it to where I started. I was talking about we have to go to war, right? Let me give you some statistics that will wow you. Are you aware that Africa has the youngest population in the world? Are you aware?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
7 out of 8 youngest countries in terms of demography across the world, 7 out of 8 are African countries, and Nigeria is one of them. So what that tells you is that Africa has become the hub for global talent. So you see, most of the boys that are doing well now, they are no longer Yahoo boys. A lot of them are working for companies abroad by the reason of the competencies they have built. So prediction says that by 2050 is how many years from now? 24 years plus your year. How old are you by then? You're where? I'm trying to help you. Now, 1 out of 4 humans on the surface of the earth will be Africans. And they'll be younger than 20. They'll be younger than 20. So what that tells you is that you, regardless of where you are, stand a chance to build a career in tech, or to build a career, whatever you decide to build on, and be relevant globally, because companies, organizations are looking for you across the world. But the question is, will you be found? Will you be equipped? Will you have the competence? Will you have the skills? Will you have the character to fit in to the direction of the world? There's a place for you. There's an assignment, there's a purpose on your head. But it is your responsibility to wake up to that assignment and wake up to that responsibility and rise up, build yourself, discipline yourself, and become. It is. So, I'm excited about the solutions, the problems you guys are trying to solve, because the truth is, there are too many problems to solve in Nigeria. There are too many problems to solve on the continent of Africa. From agriculture to education to healthcare to fashion to creative industry, give it to me, to whatever that, I mean, your product is really unique. We should talk about it. Track transit, is that, I mean, track transit, yeah, really unique stuff. I worked in that space for a long time, so I can tell you a few things, yeah. There are a lot of problems to solve. The problem is, the question is, which would you solve? Are you going to solve a problem, or you are one of the problems that we are trying to solve? What would it be? You can't leave this place and become a concern to your parents. You can't. You can't. You can't. Things were not so, you know what my, you know my mom used to call me? Omoalanu, the compassionate child. And that boy, and my mother will look at when we're grown up and know that I have hope in the future. Why? The content of my character. The way I carried myself, the things I committed myself to. So what are you going to commit yourself to? What is going to happen in your life over the next 5 months? What's going to happen in your life? I'm excited to see some of the volunteers that were here last year. I saw one of the guys. He was also here as participant last year, and this year I think is one of the volunteers working to make things happen. Are you going to even be that? Are you going to be a reference point? How beautiful would it be? What's your name, sir? John. Jolly. How beautiful would it be, Jolly, that BoyCode 7.0, you are one of the mentors because you have built something that is working. You know the funniest thing? He believes in you, you're even doubting yourself, like, can I, should I? Yeah, he was even excited for you ahead of yourself. I'm just saying. How beautiful would it be? How nice would it be that one, okay, please let me to clap for this amazing guy. I was looking for you earlier, right? How beautiful would it be? How beautiful would it be that you, in the next, I'm looking for our market. Where's our market? Our market there. Yeah. How beautiful would it be that in the next 5 years, you say, Ma, we have built a product that is being used by 5 million Africans, and we are turning over $2.5 million per annum in profit, and we are committing $500,000 of that to BoyCode Bootcamp 2028. All the laptops are on us. We're just talking about how, choke this place is for us now. How beautiful would it be that 10 companies emerge from here and we build the BoyCode, how do we call it? Resource Center, International Resource Center. By the virtue of what you have built, But they won't come by mere desires or wishes. They're going to come by intentionally working on yourself, pursuing your dreams, pursuing your vision, regardless of the dysfunctionalities of your present situation, and emerge and rise from there. Rise from there. So guys, you are too cool for my liking. You are too comfortable for my liking. Like I said, I've observed in the last 1 hour that I've been here. I don't see hungry people. Last year I saw a lot of hungry people. And you know one of the things that we desire? Is that year in, year out, we are getting more hungry people who will go out there and cause. I can tell, I can smell your hunger, and I can feel it. And I'm not saying you should skip dinner. That's not the kind of hunger I'm talking about. I'm talking of people who are you can I mean, from your facial expression, I can tell that this person is ready to take on the world after now. So you can't go back to Ipaja. Where are you from? Mention the place where you are from. Ipaja, Ikotu, Ketu, Agege, Apa, Aba. You came all the way from Aba? Wow. Please clap for this guy. Wow. And interestingly, from next year, we're going to have people coming from Kenya, from Rwanda, from, you know, that's the beauty of next year. So it's going to be more competitive. So you should be glad that you made it out of how many thousands of people that applied? You cannot afford to mess up that slot, because for every seat that is in here, there are at least 10 people that contested for that seat. So if you got the privilege of being picked, see, the destiny of those 9 people that tried, that prayed, that fasted, that sowed seed in church to be here will fight you. You can't make a mess of it. You can't trivialize it. It's not a place to just come and have fun. It's not a place to make new friends. It's a place to build character, to build competence. It's a place to be loaded with dreams and its possibility of becoming. So guys, brothers, leaders, the only message I have for you tonight is simple. You have to live here better. You have to maximize the next 2 days to fuel your dreams, to enhance your possibility. Some of you need to just sit down, go on Google. The time you are going to spend on Instagram, TikTok, I hope they are taking your phones from you.
Yes, sir.
So you need to read the stories of everybody that has spoken to you. You need to read about them. You need to just load yourself with possibilities and declare to yourself every morning as you wake up. And when everybody is asleep, you are writing. Philip, yeah? Philip has some time ahead. I like his boldness. Say age is just a number. Please clap for him for that. I like that. He has a lot of time to catch up. But Jolly, you cannot be at the same. You cannot be at the same pace with Philip. You cannot. Neither can you. Neither can you. Some of you know what I'm talking about. You know. Because your life cannot afford to end in Ekpe or Aba or Agege. There is more to you than that. You are being equipped in this place to take on the problems of the continent of Africa and emerge as solutions. People that are driving change across. Look at this. See President Erika and the team. They are solving a problem. So what problem are you going to solve? What are you going to become? And what are you willing to give up for that to happen? So guys, as a matter of fact, it was when I got here, I was having a conversation with Precious. That was when I decided to change the direction of my conversation. This is not what I came to say. At all. I can show you my slide. I did slide this year for the first time. Let me do slide and connect the potentials of the continent to what you are learning. That's what I actually wanted to do, because the work I've done has taken me across the continent. I've lived and worked in 17 African countries. I'm not saying it for you to clap, really. I'm saying so that you can know that I understand where the opportunities lie on the continent and what you can do to bridge the solutions you can begin to build. Because see, the African problem is like onion. As you peel one, you are meeting another peel. There are multi-layers of problems that if people are decent, disciplined, committed enough to identify a problem and prefer solution to it that is scalable across the continent, you will do well. Africa has a market of 1.4 billion people. 1.4 billion people and a cumulative GDP of $3.4 trillion. By 2030, that GDP is going to double to $7 trillion. And that's telling you what the market you can tap into. And guess what? How many of you have heard of African Continental Free Trade Area? AFCFTA. Maybe 2 hands or 3. Right? Let me tell you what that does. The African Continental Free Trade Area makes Africa become, let me explain the way you understand, a single market. That's to say that, you know, before, when you register a company in Nigeria, if you are going to Ghana to register, you require a certain volume of investment for you to be able to register a business, and a Ghanaian must hold the largest share, right? Now, with AFCFTA, if you start our market in Nigeria, you can tomorrow go to Rwanda and register our market in 3 hours and become a business owner. And you can also do the same in Kenya. You can do the same in Egypt. Scaling your business more easily because of the single market, because of the agreements that all the African countries had, which I say want to do trade with each other. Free movement of persons and goods across the border. And if you go across Africa, the same problem we are dealing with here, they are dealing with over there. What they are dealing with in Kenya, they are dealing with it in Uganda. So problems everywhere. So what I actually intended to do was to come, this tech training that you had, okay, let's connect it to the markets, to the African market, and how you can start to think beyond your Egbeda, Ipaja, beyond your local community, and start having a global view of the skill you are learning. And I'm sure that, of course, in the course of engagement with mentors and with the facilitators, I'm sure you have learned all of that. You've seen the possibilities. You've seen that it's possible for you to be here and you're providing solutions to problems and rendering services to companies abroad. I have a 25-year-old fantastic guy. Time did not, he was busy with something. I wanted to bring him to just come with me so that you can see him. He's a cybersecurity expert, 25-year-old. He's a multi-millionaire in Nigeria. I don't know if you allow me to mention his name, but maybe I can. If I ask his permission, I can share. Multi-millionaire, doing fantastically well, rendering services to 5 companies abroad. Why? He built expertise in cybersecurity for 2 years, sat with it, and now, at 25, a university in, I can't remember the country, awarded him honorary doctorate, and they gave him professor in practice in the field of cybersecurity in Nigeria, a Yoruba boy. And guess where he grew up? One village in Ogun State, somewhere between Aton and Songuota. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's telling you that the difference, the gap between where you are living now and the life you desire is the choices you make now. So what choices are you going to make from tonight? What are you going to do differently that you have abandoned to do in the last 4 days that you must now pick up, that over the next 2 days I must sort this thing out? before I go back to the noise of my adubo, the noise of the house. This seclusion is an opportunity for you to build character. What did I say? This seclusion is an opportunity for you to do what? To build character. To build character. To build character. To develop yourself in such a way that you know how you I don't know how it happens to you. I don't know if it happens to you. Maybe you are too young, but these people can relate with the fact that there are times that you wake up, you don't even have money in your pocket, but you are so sure. This is sure you die. Say, where I go there. You are sure. I've never doubted. I've never, regardless of the challenges, I have never doubted the possibilities ahead of me. And that's why we're here. That we can tell you that it is possible for you to come from the backside of life and become whatever you desire to become in life. I like to share stories because stories they are more relatable. But I don't have the time to share stories tonight. But if you look at me today, what you are seeing standing right in front of you speaking to you is a miracle. So you grew up in Yanopajana. You grew up in, that's Lagos, ba? I'm from Osun State. I'm from Ilawa Ogun, precisely. If you ever heard of that before. I'm from a polygamous home. My father has 3 wives, 17 children. I'm number 14. Can you relate? No, you can never relate. Oh, Olofadi. Yeah. Father has 17 children. I'm number 14. So just in your widest imagination, imagine how we grew up. Even though my parents tried. But just imagine that we're here. So what we're saying is that you are very important to the future of this country. And we saw that importance, we saw that potential, we saw what you are capable of becoming when they were doing the screening. And that's why he will give up his time at work, job, career, things he can be doing over the next 1 week to be here to serve your destiny. That's why he will be here sitting by the camera for hours to serve your destiny. That's why everybody is straining their pockets to make sure food is available. That is why I flew into town today and took time in traffic to be here to speak to you, because we see something. We wanted to place a bet on your life. So, if everybody is making such sacrifices to impart and pour into you and help you establish possibility, and you mess that up, that is on you. That is on you. So you can't afford to be lethargic. You can't afford to be laid back. You can't afford to. I'm helping you to see the sacrifices that people are making, and they will still make over the next 2 days for you to be here. Also, we're going to be going up with laptops. Do you know how much laptop costs? Do you know how much laptop costs? Some persons are making such sacrifices for you. Why? They see what is possible ahead of you. So if we see it, you must also see it. And when you see it, you must also commit yourself to do what? To become it. You must become it. Jolly, you must become it. You must become it. You must remember. You must remember. For every time that things feel, you must remember 1 week of investment. Guys, we're the saviors we have been waiting for. Nobody's coming to save us. No one cool is going to help you. If God brings them, be grateful. But run your life with so much commitment and dedication. Commit to what you are building. Commit to your future. Like everything depends on it, because everything actually does depend on it. Like I said, I won't bore you with stories. I can tell you 1 million stories of my life, of my journey. But I'm calling on to you. I'm calling to your conscience and to your spirits that there is more to you than you currently have right now, or that you currently are right now. And we see that more. That's why we are making the sacrifices we are making for you now. So the responsibility is on you to see the more, to tap into a realm that is beyond what the eyes can see about you, to tap into the realm that is beyond what your parents are currently seeing about you, or what your friends are seeing about you. You need to actually invest that time to tap into that more, discover it, and build it. So before you leave here, you must ensure that with the competence, with the skills that you are learning, you must build the character that is required of the future that is ahead of you. Yeah, it's important that you don't walk out of here, that you don't step out of these gates without having a touch with the possibilities ahead of you, without capturing a glimpse of what the future holds. Sorry, sir. It's important, guys. It's important. It is very important. I'm going to stop here in case you have questions for me. But, guys, I beg of you in God's name, just like his name is Timothy or Thomas, I can't remember his name, Thomas. Just as I met Thomas in a great place, I want to meet you, I want to run into you in great places. I want to run into you in great places, because that is what is going to make the sacrifices worth it. We're excited to do this. We are happy to partner with you to birth a future that is beyond what the eyes can see about you, to birth the beautiful future ahead of you. We are happy to partner with you, but you must also be ready to take a bet on your own life by committing to what you are learning here, by committing to your purpose. And for every time you see these t-shirts or the certificate you're going to put or you're going to get, you hang it somewhere and you say it, you remind yourself of what is coming ahead of you, and you're excited about it. Because if you don't pay the price, you ain't going nowhere. The future that you desire is at the other end of your choices. So my question to you is, what choices are you making now? Or what choices are you going to do, or what are you going to do differently when you leave this bootcamp? That's what I want to share with you. So guys, we must go to war. And the war is, you have to war with yourself. You have to war with your toys. They're no longer boys. You have to do it with your toys and embrace the responsibility that life has put on you. It's very difficult to be a Nigerian. It's hard to be a Nigerian. It's not hard to come from the kind of family you are coming from, or the background you are coming from, and the areas you are living, or the things you have been exposed to, or the quality of education that you have. So that tells you that you have double work to do. You have to work double the time. And I assure you, if you pay the price, you will get there. And I'm not praying for you. I'm telling you fact. If you're willing, with everything you have here, with the things you're exposed to, with the possibilities that has been modeled, the possibilities that have been modeled onto you, you will get there. I assure you. If you do what you have to do and you don't get there, find me somewhere and poke me in the nose someday and say you lied. But I assure you that it's not going to happen. We're just going to shake hands and say, hey guy, we are doing great things together. This guy no one shake me. Oshejare. Guy no one shake me. Right? So guys, I'll see you in the future. So I'll take a few questions. Okay.
Few questions. Let's do. Raise your hand. I don't know if you can hear me.
We can sit down, Abi. Can you? Yes, please sit down. Yes.
So my question is, like, I would like to understand how you started and which plan you took, the exact plan you took, and how you came about the plan. So I want to know if, let's say yesterday, you were at your home, talked about this person, I want to go and meet this person, I'll say this, I'll say that. I want to know the exact plan you took, and how you came about the plan. Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Like I said, I didn't want to really share stories. I didn't want to waste a lot of time sharing stories because usually I like to share my stories with people. For us, I saw computer for the first time when I was, I think, 11 or 12. But then it was a computer center in my hometown in Ilarogun. Okay. And the computer center had, you know, all this shop now had shop. So the computer was inside. There is the waiting room arena. Then there is the outside. So you couldn't come into the waiting room because you have to stay outside. So from when you are standing outside, you'll be looking through a glass to see two of the computers that were there. That's how we saw computer for the first time. But God knew that I was so passionate. I wanted to learn this thing by fire by force. My parents could not afford to buy me one because I was just 2 computers in my entire hometown, my entire village at the time. Guess how I learned? Before I went to school in the morning, I would go to the computer center. I still remember her name. Her name is Auntie Shade. To go and buy, I would say, Auntie Shade, can I help you sweep? I'll go and sweep the shop, the computer. From there, I go to see the computer. I go pass, right? From school, when I close from school at 2 o'clock, it's about lunchtime for her. I will hurry to the computer center so that I could. And Sherry, can I help you buy food? She will buy your own. So she tell me, I'll go inside, go and pick the cooler. So I'll pick the cooler. I'll go buy the food for her. By the time I come back, I have access to the computer, right? Over time, she began to trust me to come into the computer center, so I saw the way she was typing, right? I went home and I told my parents to give me money to buy cardboard. It was 2 naira at the time. I bought cardboard. You know, all of you know cardboard now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And she gave me the opportunity to replicate the keyboard of a computer on the cardboard. Are you surprised? So I drew the keyboard on a cardboard and I took the cardboard back to my house. We had just one table. So I pasted the cardboard on my table. And I started putting an ASDF space column LKJ. That's how I started learning how to type on the computer, on a cardboard, on the table. There was no screen, there was no keyboard, there was nothing. So, but I had a strong desire, like I said, to become. Gradually, like I said, time will not permit me to tell a lot of stories, right? I learned. From there, I became one of the fastest typists that you can ever think of. And when I got into University of Ilorin, I was surviving, helping computer centers to type. There's a place called Bukawan. How many of you went to Ilorin here? You went to Ilorin, you know Bukawan. I don't know if Bukawan still exists. It's very close to the SUG building. Bukawan was a computer center. So I would go there to type. And they would pay me 20 naira per page. Right? So, you see what I went through? I would type so I could save some money. From there, I started typing for level student that would do seminar presentation and project. That's how I got money to buy my first computer. So, if you're asking me, I became. That's what I'm saying. Whatever it is that we are telling you to do, you have done. So, one of the greatest things you can do for yourself as you are trying to become, to answer your questions directly, problem that you want to solve. For me, it was nobody should go through what I went through to learn computer. That was a single decision I made when I was growing up. And that was why I founded Duke Innovation Center 2014. If you are from Badagry area, you will know Duke Innovation Center. So Duke Innovation Center has been for 12 years, and people go there to learn computer for free without paying a dime, from zero to professional level. Okay? And from there, I'm sure some of you might know TechNow Global, David Onilude. You know TechNow Global? The first time he touched computer, the first time he learned computer was at Duke Innovation Center. Now, what he has done, he has started, democratizing the opportunity for other young people. From there, they started better software. From there, they launched a product called Anfani. Right? Now, my 40th birthday is coming. All of them put themselves together to say, oh, we want to do something in your honor, to celebrate your 40th birthday. And that project is still there, and it's going to be till I will die. Digital inclusion across the continent. Right? So, there is no straight answer to your question. But the idea is, whatever it is that you desire to do, just make sure that you find a problem that you want to solve. And commit yourself to it. Trust me, you will get there. And pay the prices that are necessary. Be disciplined, be focused, build competence, build character, and guess what? Build network. Some of you should leave this place as purpose bodies. Right? As purpose bodies. People that you can, do you understand what I mean by purpose bodies, yeah? Yeah. Somebody, I know that question, so I can answer them quickly. Yeah.
Like when a people like you see opportunities and when a people not show what you've done, how do you do it?
Thank you for asking that question. It's very important. One of the best things that let me tell you this, guys. One of the greatest things, one of the greatest blessings and favor you can do for yourself is to overcome unhealthy comparison and win yourself off expectations of men. What will people think? What will people say? How will they react? Nobody see. There's no ask. Maybe we should put a woman leader on the table here now. As of last week, I asked, we were still doing big. But is BoyCode not happening now? Day 4, quoi?
Yes, sir.
There's something Mark Zuckerberg said that stay with me for life. He says nobody has it figured out from the beginning. We all figure it out as we what? As we progress, as we take steps. So one of the best ways to deal with fear is to take steps. That thing that you're afraid of doing, do it. Regardless of how, whether perfect or not perfect, just make sure that you take those steps rather. And don't compare yourself with any other person. Everybody is running their race. Run your own race and take your steps. Let them laugh at you. One of the things I tell people is that, you remember when techno came, right? They will abuse you now for using techno now. You remember? Maybe you are too young to relate. And all of that. But guess what? They continue to improve on their product. Today, if I carry techno, carry Samsung, you barely can tell the difference. So imagine that they never tried after people laughed at them. So one of the things I can tell you is that till today, I'm still very afraid of a lot of things. Till today, as I'm talking to you now, I'm still afraid of a lot of things. But guess what? It will never stop me from taking steps. So one of the ways you can deal with fear is actually making sure that you continue to take bold steps. But guess what? Don't do it as a mediocre. One of the things I tell people is that build competence over and over and over and over again. Keep improving on yourself, keep improving on your skills, keep believing in yourself, and another way you can do it is keep declaring to yourself. There was a time I couldn't speak to a crowd of 3 because I couldn't even speak good English. You remember I told you where I grew up from? We would join past tense for present tense or past participle, join everything together. I wish I had, there was no video at the time. I wish I could make video of myself. Back when I was leaving secondary school, I could barely speak English correctly. But I think I'm speaking good English now, yeah? As a matter of fact, there was a time one of my colleagues in the US asked me, did you school in the US? I was like, ha 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 ha, only if you know. Do you understand? So, please, build on yourself, believe in yourself, and one of the best ways to believe in yourself is to continually declare your possibilities. Just keep saying it, and be friends with people who can pour into you. It's very important. So imagine that if you're afraid, make sure that I don't know what Johnny, what do you do me now? How am I pointing to you at every time? I need another name. You don't enter my head today. Yeah, Clinton. Make sure Clinton, you have a Clinton and a Philip in your network that can tell you, let's do this, regardless. Okay?
Let's sit down together.
Thank you.
And the reason why I'm shortening this question and answer session is I really want you guys to meditate on everything you've heard. I really want you to meditate on everything you've heard. I want you guys to take it all in, let it sink. And let's say a very big thank you to Mr. David. Thank you, Mr. David. Thank you so much, sir. Let's say thank you, Mr. David. Thank you, Mr. David.
You guys are welcome. Now, shall we? Shall we? Shall we? Are you ready to go to war?
Yes,
okay, I should come?
No, there's one question from people online.
Oh, there are people online?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I didn't know. Sorry, online people. Please celebrate the people online, please. Is it? Oh, okay. Online people, I agree too. Boss, thank you too. Okay, so what's the question?
Right. Question, please sit down. Briefly. What was your seclusion process and how did you pave through it with your obstacles and opportunities?
Let me, I don't quite grab it.
Yeah, what was your seclusion process and how
what was your seclusion process
with your obstacles?
I'm trying to understand the question, but if you say seclusion process, I'm trying to actually have a grip of it, but see, a seclusion process.
I think what the person is trying to ask is, have you ever had a period of time where you were secluded, isolated?
Oh yeah. If that's your question, yes. See, one of the things I can tell you is that if you're going to ever launch something big, you need to learn and master how to be in touch with yourself and with your purpose, vision, and destiny. You need to understand how to separate yourself from the noise. And that's why I'm saying that, being away from home this time, even though you're in the midst of people, provides you the opportunity to actually seclude yourself and put yourself in a corner where I wish I could, if I can maybe open my box, I could show you a book, a journal that I've kept since I was 17. I've kept a journal since I was 17, one journal. I still have it till today. I still saw it today. And can I shock you? If you read through that journal and my life today, right, you will think that I go back to the book to check what I'm doing. I just continue to live life, but my plans were in that place, were in that journal. And how did I get that? I do that by constantly, every now and then, I withdraw. I withdraw myself both from online, from internet, from friends, from people. Just come into a place where I isolate myself and I'm alone with God, with my thoughts, and planning and projecting what is possible ahead of me. So, because clarity comes from a place of silence and a place of isolation. So, time in, time out, try it every now and then. I remember the very first time I did it, I was on a tree in University of Illinois between block 7 and block 10. There used to be a tree there. So I sat down on that tree for hours. I can't count number of hours. I sat down there alone in the cool of the evening with a pen and a book. write in my hands. And I was writing as the thought came to my mind. So how you pave through it is find time in the midst of the chaos, in the midst of the noise, to withdraw yourself into a place and go into that place with a thought. Okay, what is the next plan for my life? What am I going to do next in my days? In whatever it is that you're trying to do, be very specific at what you are taking into the place of seclusion and isolation. And see, let me tell you something. If you romance your vision and romance yourself, I'm not saying masturbate. That's what I'm saying. If you spend a lot of time with your vision, with yourself, with your thoughts, you'll be amazed at the quality of thoughts that of wisdom that will be coming out of you. So my recommendation to you is that, so take time. It could be once in 3 months, it could be once in a month, it could be once in half a year. Isolate yourself with your thought. If you don't have, maybe some of you are still living with your parents, some of you are still, you don't have your own room yet, but even if it is just 1 hour or 2 hours that you can stay with yourself, with your thoughts, and with your ideas, and what you are building, and with your God, you find it amazing and rewarding. I assure you of that. So if I capture your question right, I hope I answered it correctly. But of course, seclusion is important. Take for instance, where you are right now. That's why I said that before you go, when everybody is going to bed, I know that house master will send you away. Go to your room, go to your room. When everybody is snoring, find a place, even if it is just within the lobby there. Sit down with yourself and ask yourself, what is going to become of me after Saturday? And write to yourself, dear Johnny, dear Clinton, dear this. I have a lot of that in my past. I have a lot of that in my past. But I sit down and write, dear David Okwemioke, this, and this. And to do this, we have to do this, we have to do this, we have to do this. I have a culture every day. See how tired I am? You see, I'm extremely exhausted. Forget the sound of my voice. When I say I'm tired, trust me, I'm tired. I'm hardly tired, but I'm talking to you. I am very tired. But can I shock you? I will not go to bed tonight without reading 50 pages of a book. It is impossible. Can I say that to you again? It is impossible that I'll go to bed tonight without reading 50 pages. Absolutely impossible. And these are decisions I made from a place of isolation. So, it's so deep. Don't let me say it. It will make me look like I'm not sermonizing, so it doesn't make me look like a pastor. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not sermonizing you, but you find it quite rewarding. Just spend time with your thoughts, with your vision, with your plans, with your goals, alone, 1 hour, 2 hours every day, brooding over them, praying over them, and you'll be amazed at what you're going to become in the next 1 month or 6 months. Give it 6 months. You'll be amazed at what is going to be coming out of you. You'll be wondering the quality of your thoughts and the clarity of your imaginations. I'll show you. Okay? Thank you, guys. So if you don't mind me, can we do something? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so put your hand on your chest or raise it up. Say today.
Today.
I can't hear your voices.
Today.
I choose responsibility over excuses.
I choose responsibility over excuses.
I accept that my future is my responsibility.
That my future is my responsibility.
I will not wait for opportunities.
I will not wait for opportunities.
I will prepare for them and create them.
I will prepare for them and create them.
I will pursue excellence.
I will pursue excellence.
Even when no one is watching.
Even when no one is watching.
I will learn continuously.
I will learn continuously.
Think critically.
Think critically.
And act courageously.
And act courageously.
Even after the bootcamp is over.
Even after the bootcamp is over.
I will solve problems.
I will solve problems.
not complain about them. I will honor my word. I will honor my work. I will honor my values. And I will honor the sacrifices that have been made for me at this bootcamp. I will use technology to create value. To uplift people. And to transform Africa. I'm a builder. I'm a leader. I am responsible. And from this day forward, my future begins with me. From this day forward, from BoyCode forward, my future begins with me. I will see me in the future. It is bright. It is colorful. It is beautiful. I'm a solution. I'm not a problem. I'm a light. I'm not in darkness. So help me God. Guys, I'll see you in the future, I assure you. Alright? Thank you. Thank you very much for all you. Thank you,
So
sir.
on behalf of the entire faculty at the at the Stella Academy and the boys of BoyCode 5.0, thank you, Mr. David.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Always a pleasure. Gigi.
Thank you very much.
As always. Thank you.
On behalf of the boys of the BoyCode Bootcamp 5.0, we want to say a very big thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Oh. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Could do a video?
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Awesome, guys. You can see Darby. Shake. Do you see Darby?
Yes, they can see.
Okay, guys. Mr. David is not new, but he's new to this energy. Get it?
Yes, sir.
It's not new, but it's what? No, you are playing. It's not new, but it's what? Is he playing? BoyCode! Stop playing. BoyCode! Thank you, Mr. David! Thank you! BoyCode! Applause for yourself.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. I'm most grateful for it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm very grateful. Who's going to unpin the mic? This guy. Make sure you build that product. So.
Yes, sir.
Would you be kind to help me? Okay, yeah. There you go. I don't know. Woman leader.
How we feeling?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We're going to create space because we're not your exactly.
Yes, sir.
Are we active?
Active.
We active.
Active.
Are you good to go?
Good to go.
Alright, let's talk about the world.
Call him. See, there's not much to do anymore. The creed.
Don't stand like you are in your house.
Settle down.
Yes, sir. Hello, everyone. Good evening, everybody.